keeping, rolling to his right. Wants to look downfield.
He did not make it. He didn't make it.
We held him.
Unbelievable.
He's going to throw the ball. He's going to man deep.
He's got it.
He's going to man in the middle.
Touchdown!
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 We win!
Touchdown!
And good evening and welcome to Titusville Rocket Football. Tonight, the Rockets host the Cochranton Cardinals. And we welcome you to our coverage here this evening, brought to you this season by State Farm Insurance, by Oil Creek Plastics, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by Larry's Auto Service, by True Value Hardware, by Armstrong, by Anderson Physical Therapy, by Titusville Dairy Products Company, by the Meadville Medical Center, Titusville Area Hospital, by Joe Taylor Ford, by the Barking Lot, by Community Connect Federal Credit Union, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Homerwood, by Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds, by Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, by Family Video, and by Corky's Pizza and Subs. Back at Carter Field for Week 3 of high school football. The Rockets hosting the Cochranton Cardinals. And their records coming in here tonight. The Cardinals are 0-2. The Rockets are 1-1. And we welcome our broadcast crew here this evening into the Larry's Auto Service Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. Jim and Steve Bodemer, Bill McCrillis on wireless mic. Camera operators tonight are Amy Rio and Adam Bodemer. I'm Luke Rio. Guys, welcome to Week 3 of high school football already.
Always goes by in a hurry when you start having fun, Steve. And tonight's a big game, though. It's Week 3, but Titus will come off a loss last week. We're coming off a loss from last week. And this game's very important because we're going into a big game next week. And to go up to Mercyhurst next week with a win tonight would be a feather in our cap and a little bit of enthusiasm. So getting beat up last week by Northeast is not going to help. They're going to see if they can come out tonight and change things around.
Well, yeah, and I think talking with Coach Baldwin, you'll see that interview later on. I think Titusville's most concerned offensively is to get control of the line of scrimmage again.
Yeah.
To get their ground game going. Defensively, he just said simply tackling. We've got to get bodies on bodies and bring people to the ground. We didn't do a good job of that, particularly in the second half last week's ball game. So I think they spent a lot of extra time in practice. I know he was talking to us off camera about practice time and spending a little extra time in pads practicing tackling. So let's see if it pays off.
Well, last week was one of those episodes that you didn't like to watch the second half because, as Coach referred to, tackling got really, really bad last week, even from the beginning, from the get-go. A lot of arm tackling, but the thing that surprised me last week, Steve, was the inability to finish off a tackle. We made the initial hit, and they had a big running back out of Fernanak from Northeast. But our backs would get him, but nobody's coming up to finish the process. And that was kind of discouraging to me that we didn't get that done. Plus, we didn't control up front. Yeah, I think what our kids have to understand is that the first guy on a big back, the first guy that makes contact probably won't bring him down, particularly if he's got size and balance. But that's an open invitation for the rest of you to come in there and just clean up. And in the game of football, it's not a dirty hit. You know, as long as you're not dropping the helmet and you're using the crown of your helmet, if you're hitting with the shoulders, that's the hit you want to have in a football game. Titusville's got to take advantage of that tonight. Well, that's what's going to have to happen here tonight because Freiermeyer comes in tonight. Big running back. We'll talk about him more as we go along here in the pregame show. So they're going to come up against another good running back this evening. Can they get it done? Well, we're about to find out as we get along here this evening. Good weather, good night. If you're not doing anything, you ought to be down here at Carter Field to watch the Titusville Rockets as they entertain the Cochranton Cardinals here at Carter Field.
This is the Larry's Auto Service Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. Steve sat down with Coach Baldwin, and that's coming up next.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with a pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
Community Connect Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit, member-owned financial institution, and becoming a member is pretty easy. Stop in, call, or visit our website at communityconnectfcu.com and click Join to get started. Ask about our money market accounts, low-interest loans on new and used vehicles, or start saving for the holidays with a Christmas Club account. Visit us today to get started. We're Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home is dedicated to providing the highest level of service to Titusville and surrounding communities. Our family and staff continues the tradition started by Gordon B. Garrett in 1965, treating our clients with care and respect. Since then, we have grown, now in our third generation and in 2 locations, 303 North Washington Street and 203 East Main Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, a history of tradition and commitment to excellence.
Welcome back to the Rocket Pregame Show. I'm Steve Boder, and with me is Coach Baldwin of the Titusville Rockets. And Coach, home opener last week, not really going according to plan.
No, you got to play more than just one half to put a ball game together.
The thing that I guess most people are wondering is we did have a little bit of trouble with Sagertown on kick coverage. Obviously, Northeast took advantage of that right off the bat on us. What do you do during the week to shore up a little bit of your special teams work?
Well, we have different drills we do to make sure that they're staying in their lanes and then converging on the ball, and just keep working on it with them.
Now, do you have on your special teams, whether it's punt, kick, whatever it is, do you try to play a lot of maybe your younger kids to give them a little bit of game experience?
Yeah, it's that you want to get them into the game there. Plus, you're looking to try to get some of the older guys off the field, and a lot of times that's where you do the give and take thing with getting some skill guys out there and getting some of your guys a break with their legs and stuff.
Okay. The first half, other than the kick return, fairly even between Titusville and Northeast. They did have a couple of good runners, and they ran well. Yeah. Second half, offensively struggled.
You can't come out and make mistakes. The offense that we're running, when you get into 3rd and longs, it's gonna be hard until we get the passing game caught up to the running game. But like, we come out in the second half and we're driving, we get into a 3rd and 2, and then you get a holding penalty, it makes it a 3rd and 12. Then it makes it tough.
Makes it tough to do. Yeah, when you're run-oriented, 3rd and long is a tough conversion down. Yeah. This week, coming into town, Cochranton, and we've had some exciting ball games with Cochranton. Yep. What are we looking at with them?
They run pretty much the same offense as Northeast, same kind of look. You'll see them in the shotgun, 1-back, 2-back sets. That Fryermuth kid is pretty good. He's a good hard runner. They run a 3-3 stack on defense, which is a little different than what we've seen so far. But I think there will be lanes for us to run the ball, and we're looking for good things this week.
You know, you've talked about your passing game, trying to play catch up to get to your running game. A lot of passes that you like. The quarterback, LaRoque, likes to see the pass across the middle. That's generally an open area of the field. It looked like Northeast played a lot of zone. How does the difference whether they go man or whether they go zone affect your passing game?
Well, until and Boaz is very young at quarterback, so he's making good reads, and then during practice he's saying the right stuff and he's going the right places. But then he gets a little starry-eyed during the game. So between zone and man, it's more of a pre-read thing, seeing if they're up on them or back, so you can tell where you're going to go after the ball is snapped.
Okay, but you don't adjust as far as pass routes or positioning.
No.
Everything stays pretty much the same.
Stays the same.
He just has to read beforehand man zone and then know what area he was going to be concentrating on.
Right. And I think right now the game's going really fast for him. And after a while, I think it'll slow down for him, and he'll be all right.
Well, that's what a lot of people say. Well, he says he does this in practice, but in games we don't see that repetition, and not necessarily practice repetitions. Game's got to slow down a little bit for the quarterback.
Right.
And we don't mean that everybody's got to slow down playing. Obviously, I mean he's got to pick up his reading quicker.
Right.
Defensively, you're going to have to stop their ground game.
Yes. Yeah. As well as we tackled against Cochranton, we dropped the ball a little bit there with Northeast. Again, they're two hard runners and stuff, but we worked hard this week with picking that back up and putting an emphasis on the intensity on the defensive side of the ball. So we're looking to turn that around this week.
Now, Cochranton, we noticed you sent a lot of times linebackers, middle linebackers from the weak side linebacker position. Are you still planning on employing that tactic for?
Yes, we will go after them, try to get some pressure on them, make the quarterback throw under pressure and see what he can do.
Are they they're ground oriented? I take it they're not really looking to throw the ball a whole lot.
I think they're balanced.
They're balanced attack.
They're balanced attack that way. So we just got to be ready for both sides.
Defensively or offensively, for Titusville, again, you're going to go obviously strong with the ground game. Do you anticipate trying to throw the ball more in maybe not necessarily passing downs?
Right. Yeah. We like to do a lot of play action on first down, but we changed some things up with the offense where we were trying to shift to different formations, coming out in one formation and trying to shift into different formations. Now we're just going to call that formation and go and line up in it, whether it be a trips or that ace look or even the I backfield. I mean, you're going to see a fullback this week at times too. So, yeah, and we changed a little bit the way we called the plays with the route numbers and stuff because I think once we get in there, shifting and stuff was confusing them a little bit. They can do it in practice. They got it down. But during, like I said, game speed, it was just I think it was a little too confusing. So we turned it down a little bit that way as far as the thinking and tried to just go out there and play football.
Just play football.
Yeah.
A lot of times, we've talked with athletes in the past and coaches in the past, and it's obviously a lot easier to react than it is to think and step.
Right.
You're going to go ground game. We watched Parker Harvey. He's had two pretty good ball games running. He runs very, very hard, and the nice thing is he's really finishing off his runs this year.
Yes, we're very excited about that. And even though we had some mistakes and stuff in the second half last week, we still were approaching 200 yards rushing. So Parker's his whole demeanor this year, opposed to years in the past, is a big part of that. So we just look for him to continue and
it's very tough when you get late into a ball game to keep trying to tackle a 215-pound running back. You get a little sore, especially when you're a 150-pound safety.
Right.
You're in week 3 now. You've had a week of camp, 2 weeks of camp. You've gone a couple weeks into the season. You're into the 3rd week. Now's the time when we start to see aches and pains.
Oh yes.
Overall health, without obviously being able to pinpoint anybody, how are we looking?
We're a little banged up at certain spots, but fortunately for us, there's spots where we have some depth. So I don't think, I would never put any excuse on that because everybody's dealing with injuries and stuff. But I think we'll be ready to go that way.
Well, there you have it. Titusville's going to try to get their 2nd win of the season. They're 1-1 so far this year. Cochranton in town at Carter Field tonight, expecting a very good ball game. We'll be back with our pregame show right after this.
The Intensive Transitional Care Program at Titusville Area Hospital is a patient-centered, high-quality program for hospitalized patients recovering from illness or surgery who may no longer need to be in a traditional hospital setting but are not yet ready to return home.
Regain your independence. Choose the Intensive Transitional Care Program at Titusville Area Hospital, where a high level of care, safety, and satisfaction is our top priority.
Visit titusvillehospital.org for more information. Titusville Area Hospital, more than a hospital.
Interstate Pipe and Supply is proud to announce their celebration of 50 years in business. Holding true to their motto, service means business, they offer a full knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering. They are not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. They have been a primary pipe supplier in Titusville for 40 plus years. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year, and thank you for making Interstate Titusville's premier pipe supplier.
Oil Creek Plastics, the industry leader in polyethylene pipe, is proud to be a part of the Titusville community and a proud sponsor of Titusville High School athletics. Located off Route 27 in East Titusville, Oil Creek Plastics has been a vested part of the Titusville community for 28 years. At Oil Creek Plastics, we take pride in supporting our community and are thrilled to bring instant and slow motion replay to the stream's Titusville Rockets sports broadcasts. In Titusville and here to stay, Oil Creek Plastics. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets.
And welcome back to the Larry's Auto Service Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. I think we got to call Vanderhoof to have them come back down here and get this AC hook back up, guys.
I'll tell you, it was really nice in here last week. They had it all working good. What was it, about 120 up here last week?
Just about.
Just crazy. Tonight it's 71 degrees and mostly cloudy, our weatherman says. Precipitation about 5%. So got a good night weather-wise here. Nice cool night. Supposed to be up maybe by halftime down around 69 degrees. So it should be a good night for the football players. Maybe not so much cramping up type situation. Bill McCrillis is down on the field somewhere and taking a look at the grass, and it's green. What else is going on down there, Bill?
Hey, that 50-yard line is still here. So we're ready, all set to go. The field looks really nice. Band's ready to go. How about you guys? You guys ready to go?
We're all set to go. We just wait for two teams to get out on the field and get a coin toss and decide who's going to get the ball first and see what happens. So all in all, should be pretty good. Wireless Mike brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products and Hasbrook Sand and Gravel.
Good to have you back, Bill.
Hey, it's good to be back. Texas is a long ways away.
Well, behave yourself and let you come back next week, too.
I'll try to. If I don't fall down, we'll be all right.
Yeah, well, Steve's back also, and he got his little vacation last week, so ours is coming, Luke.
Yes.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all you got to do is wait another, 6-7 weeks?
Yeah, 7 weeks. So
7 weeks, and you'll be free and be able to take your vacation time.
Who gets out of jail in 7 weeks?
Yeah. Well, it's hard to tell, and I'm not going to tell. You know, Steve, we were talking a little bit ago about the line play, and last week I think that's one of the breakdowns we had in the ability to control the line of scrimmage. Tonight we match up pretty well weight-wise. It's actually we're a bit heavier than the Cochranton line, and a lot of what we want to do, you listened to the coach talk here a little bit ago about 200 yards approximately last week in running in spite of the score. It's going to be important that we're able to control that line of scrimmage tonight.
Well, I think it's imperative, especially if you're going to be a ground-based offense. You've got to control the line of scrimmage. It'd be really good for Titusville to control that line of scrimmage, open up some holes for Parker Harvey and the other backs that we have to get them into that second tier untouched with a head of steam. Try to get up some extra yards that way. Of course, the other side of the ball is you've got the same thing with Cochranton. They're going to want to try to run the ball on you, so you've got to maintain gap control defensively and get to him before he gets a head of steam up.
Frymeyer comes in with 36 carries, and he has averaging somewhere around 9 yards a carry. So he has 288 yards already this year. So a good running back, and stopping him is going to be a key.
Well, when we come back, we're going to look at some stats. And Frymouth last year had
pretty good game.
Had some,
had a field day.
He did. We'll go over those stats in just a moment. This is the Larry's Auto Service Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. Our coverage will continue right after this.
Whoever said it's only a dog never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
So State Farm will be here to help protect our home?
Of course.
What about here?
Yep. Nice.
Okay. Here?
Who puts tinfoil in the microwave?
Here? Here? Here?
Feels a little awkward.
A little.
Here?
You too.
So cold.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
It's Joe Taylor Ford's 17th anniversary, and we are celebrating all month long. Get 0% APR for 72 months, plus $1,000 Ford credit bonus cash on a new 2018 Ford Escape, Edge, and Explorer. Or get 0% APR for 60 months, plus $2,800 additional savings off MSRP on a new 2018 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT with 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost. Make sure you take advantage of Joe Taylor Ford's top-of-the-line lifetime warranty on all new cars.
See Joe Taylor.
Thank you for 17 great years.
And welcome back to the Larry's Auto Service, Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show here at Carter Field, week 3 of high school football, and we are excited to be back here at the beautiful, the one and the only Carter Field. Well, Steve, chance to look at some stats from last year when these two teams battled each other.
Well, you can see where things are fairly even there in first downs. After that, Titusville wins the penalty battle, 3 to their 6. But after that, things kind of slid away. 14-0 at the half, 36-13 final score. And you'll see that middle graphic. That's Firemuth. That's their big running back. They've totaled 436 yards against us last year, and he accounted for 305. So it's obvious tonight that Titusville's got a key on him and get him under control early.
Yeah, it really is. And you know, when you come out of off a game like that last year and you come back to play that same team, you come in with a lot of confidence. So they're really going to have to get themselves geared up to stop Firemuth. They also have a kid named Chris Long, who is a running back, and he's done quite well this year too, along with Benarning, their quarterback, who throws the ball pretty well. So they do have a balanced attack. Again, I keep going back to it, but the key is going to be, can we keep the pressure on, and can we get an initial hit at the line of scrimmage? We can't let this Firemuth get back into our
You want to keep
secondary.
them, yeah, you want to keep them behind in the change. You want to get them in 2nd and long, 3rd and long, and make them throw the ball. Then you got to try to get to the quarterback, at least get him to move off his spot. During warm-ups, it looked like he was pretty much a pocket-type passer. He wants to sit in the pocket, plant his feet, and throw. If you can get pressure on him, make him move, it might throw off his accuracy a little bit.
Well, we have Bush, Partridge, Baldwin, Dunlap, and Edwards up front for us, averaging about 250. So we have some beef up front, and if these guys can put on some pressure, and then Nosko at 6'1", a tight end, 180. He plays the defensive position also. So we do have some guys up there who can do the job, and I just think we've got to keep that running back from getting into our linebackers in our secondary and make that initial hit. And then, as we said earlier in the pregame, Steve, somebody's got to come in and finish up when these backers get a hold of somebody.
Yeah, if you get a chance to hit somebody to finish off a tackle, you've got to take that advantage, and Titusville has to do that. You know, that physical beating doesn't sound like a whole lot, but you take 4 or 5 big hits, and it does play a part. You got to remember, these are kids yet. They're not in the NFL, but even in the NFL, you'll see where that second guy coming in there can really do some damage. So, like I say, as long as you're hitting the guy clean, that second guy's got to come in there and just clean up.
You know, Steve, we had a chance to talk to Coach about not just the mental aspect here during the game, but even prior to the game, and coming down off the hill like that can be quite intimidating.
Well, it is, and you know, we've often thought about that before, and years ago we tried even so far as to put a tunnel up over the stairs. The problem wasn't before the game, but the kids really complained after the game because that tunnel was still up and steps were really dark. So that kind of nixed that, but they're coming down off the hill, and there's a little bit of an advantage to that.
Well, to me, it's nostalgia, having been here since the 1940s and watching football. The problem we had before, the visitors always come out. And when you were playing.
Even when we played, both teams, you got to remember, both teams were at that upper locker room. You split that in half.
Yeah.
So a lot of times that made for some very interesting showers.
The other thing I like about 2 things that they've changed here tonight, they did it last week too. Rockets are at the foot of the hill, waiting for to come through the sign. But instead of sending the starters out, Coach has them all together. They're going to come out as a team, of course, carrying the American flag, which is something I always have liked to see.
So, Mr. Levy and Bell, if you're watching this broadcast, take a hint.
This is how you do it, son. And those guys aren't getting $853,000 a game.
No, I mean, I understand, as far as the NFL goes, I understand that these guys, that's how they make their living. They've got a short career. I understand all of that, but there's still a team aspect to it. You still have certain responsibilities to your teammates.
Hey, Bill McCrose is down on the field with the wireless mic. Bill, your angle looking at those Rocket players coming off the hill like that, what's that like for you?
Well, they said they did it last week, but I wasn't here. But I'll tell you what, that's very impressive. I like that. That's close to our side over here, and I think the fans really get into it along with the players.
Well, I do too. It's kind of like Steve said, coming out of that tunnel. I remember when we had the tunnel. I didn't think about going up there in the dark. I'd have trouble coming down in the daylight. But yeah, that would make a big difference. But I just think it's kind of neat. And I mentioned last week, and I probably said it 400 times over the last 50 years, that we have the ability to watch people stand up along that fence. So it should be quite good.
All right, kickoff just moments away. That wraps up our Larry's Auto Service Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. We'll have the coin toss coming up next.
Nothing says community more than local sports. Cheering on our favorite teams while our young athletes learn about hard work, teamwork, and building character. At Homerwood, community begins with our employees. Those same traits we look for in our athletes are the same characteristics we look for in our employees. And it shows in the quality of our products that we're proud to stand behind and on. From our employees and their families, we say thank you for making us part of your community. Go Rockets!
Hospital partners, Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital together provide a continuum of high-quality care across Crawford County. Both create the ultimate patient experience. Every patient, every time. Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital are more than a hospital. We are a hospital partner, a community partner, a family partner, and a health partner.
Fall and football go hand in hand, just like yards and the products made by Steel. At Titusville True Value, we offer a full selection of Steel chainsaws, pole saws, leaf blowers, weed eaters, and hedge trimmers to prepare your yard for fun this fall. So get the full lineup of Steel's equipment so the chores are out of the way so you can go out to play. Steel, available now at your Titusville True Value. Behind every good project is your Titusville True Value. Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Anderson's can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Tityute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net.
Welcome to Titusville Area School District's presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on the Stream.
Captains for tonight's game: for Cochranton, number 2, Curtis Fireman; number 71, Justin Adams; number 5, Cole Bernarding; and number 78, Dylan Neff. For the Rockets, captains are number 7, Parker Harvey; number 76.
Looking forward to a great game tonight. I hope you guys are. Cochranton, you won the toss. You elected to receive. Titusville, you elected to kick away from the scoreboard. So you put your back to the scoreboard. Cochranton, put your back to this end zone, please. Gentlemen, let's have a great ball game.
There you go, guys.
Thank you, Bill. Wireless Mike tonight is brought to you by the Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Hasbrook Sand and Gravel. Ladies and gentlemen, week 3 of high school football. This is your matchup here at Carter Field, the 0-2 Cardinals and the 1-1 Rockets. For play-by-play action tonight, we've got Mr. Jim Bodemer.
Well, thank you, Luke, and I'm looking forward to this one because I want to see if Titusville can get back on track. We're coming in 1-1, as we've been mentioning, and this is a big game because we got beat last week in a conference game by Northeast. Need to pick this one up and win some momentum to the big game next week as we take on Mercyhurst Prep. But can't look ahead. You got to get the job done here. We'll find out real quick, though, Steve, what the plan might be to stop Curtis Fryermuth.
Yeah, I think you're going to see us try to crowd the box a little bit early on to create some blocking problems for the offensive line for Cochranton. Maybe sneak some people through quicker, try to get to him before he actually gets his legs moving forward on us.
Nick Wright will be doing the kicking off for Titusville. Nick has shown us a pretty good leg this year. He's got one field goal at 27 yards in the first game of the season, but we watch him warm up. He puts them in pretty regular from 35 yards out, so he'll be doing the honors. Standing back deep would be John Gallo, and I believe number 10, that would be Avery Lentz. They're standing back at about their own 10-yard line. So about set to go, and we'll see what the Titusville Rockets can do here this evening as they take on the Cochranton Cardinals. Waiting for the whistle. Wright approaches the ball, and we're underway. Kick's going to go down the center of the field. It's going to be taken there about the 15, about the 10. Fake reversed, up the right side across to about the 20-yard line and brought down out there. Lentz was the ball carrier.
That's Jackie Lawn. He's a sophomore with a good tackle in special teams. And we talked to Coach based on the game from Northeast about their special teams play. And we're going to spend some extra time this week, and it looks like it paid off for them.
So Cochranton will put it in play, first down and 10 at their own 21-yard line. And we'll see the defensive set here for Titusville as we get under motion. Wide side of the field will be to the left for Cochranton. Gallo will come wide to the left for Cochranton. They send also a receiver to the right and a man in the slot right. We'll get numbers as we go along. Bernarding, the quarterback, on the snap, gives the ball off to Muth, and he is hit. Fryermuth is hit in the backfield, lost about 2 on the play. Boy, shooting through there was
D'Anthony Edwards, 53, coming in and making a play, and that's what we're talking about. Coming in there, penetrating, beating the offensive line, not letting him get ahead of steam going. You can see there's 2 or 3 Titusville players beating them up front there. Yeah, so good start for the Titusville defense.
Gallo comes wide to the right, doubles again to the right side for the Cardinals. Now they put a man in motion to the right. Fake the handoff. Now the pitch back to. The ball's on the floor. It's on the ground. And I think
Titusville's got it.
Yes, they do. An excellent defensive play here for Titusville. I don't know who's coming off the 54. That's Joe Jacobson with the recovery, but this is a nice play here by the Titusville defense. Again, we get penetration, a little shovel pass, and I can't catch the number. Didn't see the number who was in there initially to make the tackle and force the fumble, but Titusville with the first break of the evening gives them good field position. Really important here for the offense to get on the board right away.
First down and 10, Titusville will be at the Cochranton 20-yard line. Did you get the initial hit there, Bill? I think it was, I'm going to say Nicholson, but I'm not sure that's correct.
I think it was, but there's like 2 or 3 of them right there at one time. Outstanding.
Anyway, yeah, turnover. Titusville first down and 10, sends doubles to the left, signal to the right. In Jackson. Parker Harvey in the backfield. Now we put a man in motion. Ball's given off to the motion man. Coming out of the outside. He's got the corner. 15, 10, 5. We got a flag down. Going to bring it back.
Going to bring it down. He's got it down to the 4. Good play. Well-designed play for Titusville.
Looks like we're going to have a hold on the outside. That's going to come back.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious here.
Yeah. Keep your hands to yourself, Bill.
Yeah, you're going to see. Yeah, here's the handoff. We've got the corner. Number 5, the receiver. Yeah, right there. You got to hold him. You got to let him go. Yeah. You're going to get positive yardage, and this is one of the things that receivers in particular sometimes have a problem with, is understanding that you've got a positive play. You may not get in the end zone, but that's okay. Don't take a positive and make it negative.
This is one of the things you and the coach talked about at the interview last night. We had a 3rd and short, and then we get a penalty, and then the next 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12, and Titusville here now 1st and 10. And like I said, we had the ball, would have had the ball in between the 10 and the 5 anyway. You know, you'd had 2nd and short, you know. Now you're looking at 1st and 12.
Anything positive out of it, it's a spot foul, meaning that they take the 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so it only comes back to the 22. So it makes the 1st down and 12 for Titusville at the Cochranton 22. Strong side right for Titusville. Parker Harvey up the middle, cuts to the backside, and he's going to get across the 20 to about the 18. Brought down by Fryermuth.
Fryermuth plays the inside linebacker position for Cochranton. They got 2 stacked inside there tight. They're looking for that cutback. It was a good read, and I thought initially he had quite a bit of ground game, but Fryermuth closes that gap quickly, so keeps it to a 2, maybe a 3-yard gain.
Cale Miller also in the stop, 6'6", 190-pound defensive man. I see he's playing linebacker also, it looks like. Titusville out of the huddle. They'll send Palmer wide to the left. Now they're going to put 2 to the right. And Cortland's on the field, along with Stover. Harvey in the backfield. Strong side left. Titusville penalty flag. Delay of game. Wow. That seemed like a pretty quick
30 seconds.
Seemed like it to
40
me.
seconds.
Yeah. So Titusville going the wrong way now. Become a second and about 24. Or check that, 14 for Titusville.
But the problem here is, as well as the Titusville defense opened this game, the offense here is right now killing it.
Now we got to pick it up just a little bit at a time. Got lots of time. Going to throw over the middle. Looking down into the end zone. Got a man there. It's going to be intercepted at the 5-yard line, and down he goes. John Gallo with the interception, trying to go over the middle, and the ball is intercepted at about the 6-yard line. Dadgummit.
We're going to take a look at that. They play a single safety, and he's sitting in the middle of the field. Now watch the quarterback's head. He immediately goes to his receiver and stays there. That's not open. He's got to understand that there's a safety sitting in the middle of the field. If you want to try to throw that pass, as he drops back, he's got to look to his left to make the safety shift out of that area and then throw the ball coming into the middle.
So Titusville turns it over. 2 turnovers early here in the ball game, 1 for each team. First down and 10. Now for the Cardinals, they're at their own 6-yard line. Out of the huddle, they'll send 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Backs are split. Snap, given off to Firemuth. You can get to the outside. He's got the corner to the 10, 15, 20, and down to about the 23-yard line. Brought down by Jackson.
After a Cardinal first down.
Once he got that corner, he had some momentum.
Yeah, they do a nice job of controlling the edge here on us. They just get outside the tackle. We should have had a play there, but we had a little bit of a hold, I thought, maybe. But the number 7, who's playing a slot receiver for Cochranton, comes in and catches us, keeps us pinned to the inside.
Cardinals now will keep a strong side left formation, send 2 to the right. Backs will be split. Out of shotgun. Bernarding at quarterback. Gives it to Firemuth. Comes across the 20, 22, and could be brought down about the 23. A gain of maybe 1 on the play.
Parker Harvey there to make the stop along with Palma. Making a tackle there for the Rockets. Good play for the defense. Keeps them. This is what you want to do. We talked about it at the beginning of the game, keeping them behind the chains.
Second down, and I'll give them 2. Second down and 8. 9:03 left to go here in the first quarter. Replay got me. I was looking at the clock on our monitor, and it said 9:21. I just said 9:03. I thought I just lost some minutes in my life. Yeah, got a lot of old people. Doubles to the left now for the Cardinals. Backs again split. Ball's given off to Firemuth. You can try to get to the outside of the way. Harvey's got him. Down he goes. Good job by Parker Harvey coming up. And Steve, you check this. I think we've moved Harvey on defense.
Well, they've moved him a little bit. Now, we saw this against Sagertown. He's listed technically as a cornerback or a free safety / strong safety for Titusville, but he comes up, I think, with the expectations of the run game and trying to get a bigger body on Firemuth to keep him under control. Parker Harvey's going to be cheating up towards the line of scrimmage more and more in tonight's ball game. You can see here he's coming to the right side to play almost an outside linebacker position.
Bernarding's a good thrower. They have a passing game. He's rolling to his right now. He's going to keep up the middle, and he's going to be stopped by Levi Nosco. Good play. 4th down. Probably 4th and about 2.
This is a good tackle by Nosco because the quarterback can run the ball well, too. And Nosco's got him in somewhat open field, but does a nice job of keeping his shoulders square, making a shoulder tackle, coming right up here. Right there's a good tackle. Just keep his feet driving is all you'd like to see there. But it looks like Cochranton's going to try to go for this at 4th and short.
4th down and about 1. Titusville jumps offside. Trying to shoot a backer, and I think Mr. Nosco got a little excited, and that'll be 5 against him, so they'll give him the first down.
Yeah, mental mistakes right now. You can't make those if you want to try to win this ball game. But it's a fresh set of downs. They're still in their own territory, so if Titusville's defense can get a stop here, they still should get decent field position if we can force a punt here.
Out of the huddle, Long comes wide to the right. He's out there along with Slauson. Backs again, split. Bernarding looking to throw his first, and that brings it down. He's going to run the draw. He's out to the right side across the 40, the 45. He's at midfield down to the 45, 40 of Titusville, knocked out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
I think this is a quarterback draw the whole time because he doesn't take a hard look downfield at anything. And he's just going to pick an opening on the pass rush. He finds one up the middle, and then you're going to see him break to the outside. Here's the lane. He gets through here, and he's got blockers in front of him, so that's an obvious quarterback draw.
Yeah.
Well-designed play, and it was well executed.
First down and 10 now for the Cardinals. They're at the Titusville 43-yard line. Double split to the left side for the Cardinals. Bernarding looking to throw over the middle. Pass is complete. No, out of the hands of Long. Thought he had it. Had about the 38 at Titusville, but dropped. Bring up a second down and 10.
That's Noah Willis, number 88, who's kind of playing in a linebacker position on defense for Titusville with the coverage. And it wasn't in bad position there on coverage for that. He forced that thing wide, which is what you want to do, so it goes off the fingertips of the receiver.
Second down 10. 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. No score. Both teams with opportunity. Titusville with a great opportunity, unable to capitalize. We'll talk about that again in a moment. Doubles to the left for the Cardinals. Kept by the quarterback. He's going to drive straight ahead. He's going to get down to the 40, maybe the 39. They're going to mark it right about the 40, I believe. Bring up a third down and 7.
There again's a read option. He's reading the defensive line. He decides to keep the ball, which is a good read, but we did a nice job. Nicholson coming in here from the middle linebacker, actually getting held there. Should have had a flag on that. Center's coming out to try to block him. Grabs a handful of jersey there real quick. But Nicholson makes the tackle, puts him in a 3rd and long. This is where you got to make your stop.
Out of the huddle, Slauson goes wide right. Garrett Long will go in the slot to the right. Again, back split. Everything out of the shotgun. Bernarding, a quarterback. He's going to roll to his right to throw. Still rolling. He drops the ball. Got to get him back there. And the pass is up and out of bounds at, no pass, incomplete, out of bounds. Brings up 4th down with about 8 to go. 4th and 8 at the Titusville 40-yard line.
Yeah, the first rule of thumb in a shotgun quarterback is you got to watch the ball. He's got it. I don't know. He just kind of, oh, there it is. When you roll out, anybody will tell you, you keep 2 hands on the ball. That's why you do that, so it doesn't slip out of your hands.
He was lucky to get that back.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I got a nice bounce out of that ball. That ball never bounced that way for me. Oil Creek Plastics sponsoring our replay tonight. We thank them.
Doubles to the right for Cochranton. Big 4th down and 8. Got to stop him here. Getting a hard count.
Watch the punt.
Now he's Bernarding quick kick it here. He backed up a few steps, and he's going to quick kick. Going to get a good punt. It's going to go in the end zone, though. Oh, it's not.
It's
nice stop. And it's going to be at about the 18-yard line.
Good spin on that wedge.
Yeah, check that. It'd be about 13. So that's good. Good kick. So it's good defensive series for Titusville, and now they take over 1st down and 10, deep in their own territory. Got to get a running game going now.
Titusville, yeah, they need to get their running game. They got to get Parker Harvey going here, get him established into the ground game. So we got to do a better job out front. We should be able to control the line of scrimmage here. And this is one where I think you just want to go straight at them. Let's see if they can stop us straight ahead.
6:02 left to go in the first quarter. No score. Palmer goes wide to the left. Stover, I think it is, wide to the right. Titusville now in a power I formation. Strong side left. Giving off to Harvey. Going to get to the outside. He can't get the corner. Yes, he did. Oh, didn't quite. I thought he was going to break the tackle of Firemuth. He did not. Going to lose a couple on that one.
Tackle made by number 2, Curtis Firemuth.
Here we very seldom do we see a fullback in football anymore, but I thought he had a cutback lane earlier to the inside for Parker Harvey, but he elected to go to the outside. If he could have just gotten us out there a step quicker, he had the corner.
I thought he was going to beat him to the corner. But, Firemuth was able to hang on. 2nd down 13, loss of 3 in the play. Jackson goes wide to the left. Palmer will come wide to the right. Strong side right. Titusville still in I formation. To Harvey straight ahead. Cuts back to the left side, and he's going to be hit and dropped Oh, he's driving
got a good
ahead. That's a
drive.
good
He'll
run.
pick up 3.
Pick up about 3, but I thought he was going to get picked up for a loss there, but he picks up about 3, brings it back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
Well, that run there is all yards after contact there because he gets hit real quick as they get good penetration. There's the hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's just going to start dragging and driving people. Picks up 3 yards. It's a hard run, but good run for Parker Harvey.
3rd down 10, Titusville 14-yard line. 4:43 left to go here, first quarter. Titusville this time will send Stover wide to the right to put Palma in the slot to the right and Jackson wide to the left. Rock under center. Rolling to his right. Throws to the outside. He's got a man there. Palma's got it. It's 30, 40, 45, 50. He can make it. 30, 25, 20. Touchdown Titusville. Excellent pass and a little bit of speed.
Brian Palma does a nice job here looking this ball into his hands because it's right on his fingertips.
Wide open.
Yeah, he was wide open. It's a nice pattern. Palma, you're going to see him in the slot. He's coming right at
Nice
you
pattern.
now. And he beats the coverage. Cochranton may be a little confused. Here's a mistake, I think, by number 1. He dives at the feet. I don't think he had to. I think if he'd have taken 3 more strides, he might have been able to make the tackle. So I think he just dove a little early.
Changed his angle.
Changes that, yeah. You got to watch your angles on that. Titusville with a big play, and that's a big play for Titusville to take the lead here early in this ball game.
And like we said, need to run the ball.
Yeah, need to run the ball.
Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0 Titusville with 4:15 to go, and that's the play that Titusville needed, and that does nothing but improve your running game, if nothing else.
Well, the big thing it does right now is Cochranton's now going to be sitting on their heels a little bit. So Titusville's ground game will get an advantage off that, but it also shows us that we can have a passing game too. If you can get a balance here, Titusville could really put up some numbers.
We're going to see if Luke can run this back. Look at this pattern. Look how they cross here.
Cross here. Yeah, you're going to see.
And the number 6.
21
Miller.
for Titusville. Yeah, 21 for Titusville is Stover. Larry Stover, he's on the far outside, and he runs what they call a post, which means he comes down the field and then angles towards the post. And we got Palma in the slot. He's going to run an out pattern, so he's going to run straight up the field and then break to the sidelines. The defense gets sucked in by the wide receiver, leaves Palma by himself out there in the outside for the touchdown. You okay?
I don't know if I'm going to survive or not. I'm okay until you guys get me laughing. And it's nothing but a joke up here. So.
What did he do? Swallow his...
We would never do that.
We need a chalkboard up here so we can actually try to understand what you were saying.
You got to get one of those drawing things.
He didn't swallow a tooth, did he?
No, but I lost one. Right, tease it up at the 40. Amy, come up here. Take control of this husband of yours. Right,
She's shaking her head, no way.
Nice kick. Taken back at the 5. Coming across the middle, right up the middle. And there's a good gang tackle out at about the 24-yard line, 25-yard line. That's where Cochranton going to put it in play 1st and 10. Hey, you know, another thing about that pass play, that's got to be kind of a stinger to Cochranton because we're not known for throwing the ball this year.
Well, no, I think we've had a total of, actually, I think we just tripled our total yardage on this past play for touchdown.
Yards.
We had 25 coming into the game. That one there went for about 70 yards. So, yeah, but it does, the nice thing is it will put Cochranton's defense on their heels. They're not going to be able to attack as quick. So hopefully that'll help your ground game.
Now the defense got to step up. Need a stop here.
They look good tonight compared to that second half last week.
Yeah, I was going to say something.
Well, yeah.
I was going to say something about the tackling earlier, but they didn't want to put
it's early
curse on them, yeah. Ball goes off to the quarterback. Keeps coming across the left side. He's going to come out across the 30 to the 34-yard line. Brings up 2nd down. Boy, he almost fumbled that.
He almost, yeah, well, it was snapped to his right there, but Partridge makes the tackle. He comes back and makes the tackle, a solid hit. But I thought we had somebody in the backfield just running right by him. I think he was a little confused as to who had the ball.
Well, I thought Gallo was coming in motion, and I thought they snapped direct to him, and so did Bernarding, I think.
Well, they were both, they weren't expecting it, or it was offline. Bernarding had to reach back for it. So, that snap's got to be there if you're going to run this read option offense.
Lentz comes wide to the left. Long is in the slot left. And they send Miller wide to the right. 6'6" receiver. Backs split. The fire moves straight up the middle. And he comes across enough for the 1st down out to about the 40. So it'll be first down and 10. Cardinals at their own 40.
Yeah, Nicholson and Noah Willis making the tackle there, but he's got enough for a first down. But so far the defense is playing pretty solid football right now. We haven't allowed Firemuth to get going too much.
That's Gallo, I think, on the run. I called that wrong. John Gallo was the running back. Trips to the, check that, doubles to the right now for Cochranton. Again, back split. Bernarding out of the shotgun to Firemuth, tries to cut to the outside, turns it upfield, across the 40 to about the 42. Pick up a couple on the play.
There are linebackers, Nicholson in that middle position, and we've got Parker Harvey moved up on the outside, doing a nice job of containing him, not letting him get ahead of steam. You'll see Nicholson coming in, fighting through the middle, and there's Harvey coming up. Nice thing is they drop their shoulders. They're making shoulder contact on tackles.
Second down. 8 for the Cardinals. Again, doubles to the right. The ball about the center of the field. On the snap, Bernarding quickly out to the outside to Long, and he's going to be hit and brought down out of bounds at about the 44, 45 yard line. Check that 48 yard line.
That's Noah Willis on the tackle. He's playing pretty well here. It's the first I've seen him play. I don't know if he played much last week or not, but he has played very well here so far for the Rockets. Now here with a 3rd and 2, trying to make the stop.
Obviously, he did his homework before coming in here tonight.
Yes, he did.
Well, you sent me packing last week because I didn't, so.
Yeah, he's replacing Ryan Bish, who's out tonight. 3rd down and short. I formation. Quarterback keep up the middle, and he's going to be stacked up, but not before he goes inside the 50 to the Titusville 48. Enough for the first down. First down and 10, Cochranton at the Titusville 48.
And it's just a quick snap to the quarterback, and he's just going to find the first opening. And it's going to be right over his guard and tackle, and he's going to get through the line of scrimmage before Titusville can do much about it. Gives him a 3-yard pickup and only needed 2 for the first down. So it's a nice play by Cochranton. Oil Creek Plastics replay going to get a lot of work out here tonight, I think.
Minute 20 left to go in the first quarter. Titusville up 7-0. Backs now going to I formation. Bernarding comes under center. Ball's given off to the tailback, straight across, up across the inside the 45 to about the 43 of Titusville. Pick up of about 5.
There's Cochranton taking a page out of our playbook. They're going to line up in the power I and put their quarterback under center too. The thing that they're doing here right now, it looks like, is they want to get Firemuth going, so they're going to run straight ahead, try to get his legs opened up, try to get him involved in the ball game.
43 seconds left to go in the quarter. 7-0 Titusville. 2nd down and 5. Again, I formation. Doubles to the left this time for Cardinals. It goes to Firemuth straight ahead. He breaks to the outside, inside the 40, the 35, down to about the 32-yard line. Good gain that time for Firemuth.
That time there, it looked like we've got a little battle going on with Parker Harvey and Firemuth. We're going to see who wins what. Harvey has done a pretty decent job. At that time there, I think he got caught ducking his head and missed the running back in Firemuth, and he's going to pick up a first down.
Slauson comes wide left. Long comes in the slot left. Again, I formation. Found something that works. They're going to stick with it. It's Firemuth straight ahead to the right side. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, picks up maybe 2.
I think Jacobson is in there, and maybe Nicholson coming up off that pile. Yeah, good job there by the Titusville interior defense, keeping them to a 2-yard gain.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. Finished 1 quarter of play here at Carter Field. Titusville 7, Cochranton nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this.
Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Anderson's can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Tityute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home is dedicated to providing the highest level of service to Titusville and surrounding communities. Our family and staff continues the tradition started by Gordon B. Garrett in 1960. 1965, treating our clients with care and respect. Since then, we have grown, now in our third generation and in 2 locations, 303 North Washington Street and 203 East Main Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, a history of tradition and commitment to excellence.
And welcome back to Carter Field. In tonight's ball game, Cardinals of Cochranton down 7-0 to our Titusville Rockets. And they are, however, in a nice drive. They have a 2nd down and 8 at the Titusville 31-yard line. So it's been a good drive for Cochranton. It's been kind of like a 3, 4, 5 yards at a time with Firemuth and out of an I formation. So Titusville will have to come up with some kind of a solution to this drive. Now we've got to get a stop here.
Well, I think you might see Titusville's backers, particularly the inside backers, starting to step up a little quicker on that until they get this stop, because you can't give 3, 4 yards a pop on that run play, because that's a successful run. They'll just drive it all the way into the end zone.
Cochranton now with a strong side right formation, 2 to the left. Again in the I formation. It goes to Firemuth. No, Bernarding rolling to his right. Got a man wide open. He throws up short about the 23.
This is what we talked about. We mentioned in the pregame that most of the time when he was throwing the ball, his feet are set. He's just like a pocket passer. This one here, they're going to fake the run play. It's a play action fake, and it worked. He was wide open, but throwing on the run right now off of that pass doesn't look like his cup of tea.
Looks like they had number 7 wide open in the end zone, guys.
Yeah. 7 for us or them?
For them.
Well, and that's what happens when you have a ground game that gets it going. You start that play action pass, brings everybody up on the fake.
Slauson comes wide to the right. Garrett Long will be in the slot right. Now they go back to the split backs with the quarterback Bernarding out of shotgun. And it goes off to the counter, to the left side, and he's stopped. Good job by the defense. Bring up 3rd and long. Let's check that 4th and long.
Particularly good job by Jade Bush on this play. He's in a tussle with the offensive lineman and won't give up any ground. And that does a nice job, because you teach your lineman to control the blocker. You'll see he taking on the pulling guard, stands his ground, and then throws him off and makes the tackle. So it's a good play there by Jacob Bush. That's what you want your defensive lineman to do.
4th down play. Here's a big one to Titusville. 4th down and about 7. They're at the Titusville. About Titusville 27. Doubles to the right, doubles to the left. Single back, Bernarding wanting to throw, looking over the middle, throws up short. It's on the ground, and it is, are they going to call that complete?
Oh, I can't call that complete. That's all over the ground.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, we'll have to take a look on that on replay. I'll hold my judgment for replay, but it looked like it hit ground to me.
Well, that brought up dirt.
Yeah.
We're going to take a look at this here. This is just a straight, quick drop back pass. I don't know why the receiver was so far open, but that is dirt,
on the ground. Oh, my goodness.
That's dirt, fellas.
That's dirt all the way.
That's one.
That's terrible.
That's going to hurt, too, because this continues the drive. That's a turnover on downs play right there. Thank you, Oil Creek Plastics, for the replay.
1st down and 10 from the 21 now. Bernarding rolling to his right. Still rolling, still rolling. Tries to go upfield. Nice play. Number 64.
54 for Titusville. Jacobson making a really nice play, because he gets away from Jacobson. He's got green grass to go. So that's a good play. Again, for our defensive lineman, that's what we like to see.
Loss of 4, 2nd down, 14. Wow. Should have been 1st and 10 Titusville, but 2nd and 14. Got to get a stop here again.
Yeah, you can see on the replay we just ran there for you. 54, he's got outside containment, contains it, does a nice job forcing the quarterback back up the middle, then shucks the blocker and makes the tackle.
Gallo goes wide to the left. Also Firemuth goes to the left. Slauson to the right, and the slot right is Long. Single back. Now they put Long in motion to the left. Flag, delay of game. That'll cost Cochranton 5 yards. See, that back judge is watching the watch pretty closely. He is twice tonight.
He's got a date.
His stopwatch might be running just a tick faster than anybody else's.
So the ball's back at the 30 now. Brings up a 2nd down and 19.
But you know, Bill, delay of game call does not offset a turnover on downs play.
A real bad call. That was terrible. I'm sorry.
Same formation, doubles right, doubles left.
No, I'm not.
Cummings is in the backfield to protect Bernarding if this is indeed a pass. In motion goes Long to the left. There's a pitch out to long to the left. Got to come up. Nice play, Nicholson.
Excellent play.
Nicholson with a great play.
Titusville's whole defense now is really starting to step up here, and this is Nicholson coming in there. We watched him come out here just a couple of plays ago, but you're going to see this is a quick pitch to the running back. Nicholson's going to just throw the block. That's fire move, and he just threw him off, and it takes a nice angle of pursuit to beat the running back to the spot. They got Cochranton pinned back now, 3rd and 22.
Doubles both sides again for Cochranton. In motion right comes Farmer, turns upfield. Bernardi rolling to his right, still rolling to his right. He's going to be caught in the backfield if he doesn't throw it yet. Throws it down deep. Oh, he's got a man all by himself. Overthrows him down at the 5-yard line.
Who is that receiver?
23.
23. This is what he's going to hear tomorrow. This is Nick Slauson.
Quit running.
What he's going to hear is you don't ever stop on a pattern, son. The quarterback does a nice job. We should have had him there. A little bit slow coming back from the backside, but if you watch, he's already stopped his pattern. Quarterback's expected him to keep running. He threw it to where the receiver should have been. It should have been a touchdown for Cochranton.
Pat Harvey saying, hey, what happened here? But Pat Harvey.
Matt Harvey.
I say that? Parker Harvey. I'm going back to the home later. Palma standing back at about the 5 as the Cardinals are going to punt. Firemuth gets a kick away.
That's in the end zone.
It's a 10
Maybe
and
not.
It's at the 5-yard line.
5 yards.
So Titusville will take it over 1st down and 10 at the 5 instead of 1st down at the 22 where it should have been.
Hey, Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Hasbrook Sand and Gravel. Bill, what's the atmosphere down on the field like?
Oh, I think it's great. Everybody's pumped. I think it's going to.
Turn the other way, Bill. You're cutting it.
I'm turning this way. How's that?
Now you look good.
It's a good profile, Bill.
Thank you. Suck it in, boys.
Cleveland Browns play this week?
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, who do the Browns play?
Some college team, because they won't let them in the NFL.
Are they even allowed to play again?
I don't know. Hang on a second. We got a special guest here. We'll talk to him.
We have a guest.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, he's special, too.
Thank you, Jim. You're a nice guy.
I wouldn't call Fred special.
1st down and 10, Titusville.
You don't know any better.
Doubles to the right, single to the left for the Rockets. We'll continue the game, folks. All these interruptions. Parker Harvey straight across the middle, out close to about the 8-yard line. So, Fred, big game coming up this weekend. How you guys looking?
That'll be our first victory in our second victory in, 2-3 years?
Don't put that out there in public like that.
Certainly. Hey, once a brownie, always a brownie.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Is that part of the Girl Scouts?
You're too young to know.
They play that way
I'm
sometimes.
not saying a word because I don't trust either team.
Doubles to the left for Titusville, single to the right. Fred Bloom with us here in the booth.
Somebody let him out.
Strong side right for Titusville.
Joyce.
Parker Harvey goes off the right side, cuts it up the middle. Now he goes back to the outside. Brooks one tackle, is out across the 10-15. He has it up for the 1st down.
No, we don't.
Yeah, he does.
That's a good.
We got the eyes of the Browns.
That's good. That's a good run there for Parker Harvey.
Going to be about a yard short. Good eyes, Fred.
Well, at least they can see. Parker Harvey does a nice job. You'll see in the replay. This is a stretch play. He's going to take up inside real quick and then outside. There's Firemuth missing his 2nd tackle. Defensive lineman comes across there to grab a hold of him up high, bring him down, but a makeable 3rd down here for Titusville.
Jim and Steve, I want to compliment you and your boss. I watched some of that.
That is a 1st down, gentlemen.
Oh, no. Another poor call. That pass they called over there.
I know. We saw it on replay.
Well, you saw it right there, too. Go ahead, Jim.
1st down and 10, Titusville. Doubles to the right, single to the left. To Harvey, cuts back to the left side. He's not going to get much. He'll drive straight, maybe pick up 1 or 2.
Anyhow, Jim, I want to compliment all 3 of you on a great telecast, the first game of the year up there. I got home from my sister down by Hershey, and I caught the 2nd half. A wonderful job. These replays and all that, that was great to watch.
Well, we have a lot of fun, Fred. We did this for years together on radio, and
we didn't have all this technology, Jim.
No, they really.
We had a big brown bag
and pencils.
Time out on
paper
the field.
and pencils.
Yeah, those were the days. But you really did.
Trainer's being called out on the field. I'm not sure what's going on here.
He's looking at there. We're going to try to. I'm going to run back this play here. This is one of the problems that I think. Number 61 is Bush. He's blocking 55. If he holds that block, you've got Parker Harvey into the 2nd tier. Okay, that's Bush on the block there in 55. Roll that back just real quick here. For those you can find him, you're going to see him. He's going to be coming right here. Keep going, keep right there. Here he comes, contact, but doesn't hold.
Oh, 55.
If you hold that block on 55, we've got Parker Harvey running free.
Doubles left, single to the right for the Rockets. In motion to the right now is Palma. Palma gets the ball, get a seal, get to the outside. He's at the 20. Breaks it down, 25, 30, and out of bounds. Palma almost got loose.
All right, next week he goes to ballet class so he can make that run.
How much does he weigh, Jim?
About 130.
I was going to say, that's stretching it, isn't it?
No, I don't remember what we have him in the paper. I think 160 or
no, I think he's listed officially at 130 pounds.
We had him in youth football down here.
Tough kid.
I'll tell you what, he was a pleasure to watch.
He is fun to watch. We enjoyed him last year, and already this year we've watched him. And seems like he is a tough kid for a small boy. Doubles left, single to the right. First down, Titusville. Parker Harvey straight up the middle to the 30. Breaks the tackle, 35 out to the 30. Still on his feet.
Keep going.
Oh, whistle blew. Oh.
Because he didn't know.
Oh.
He didn't know whether he was down or not.
Jim, should I start?
No, that's my job now.
If you remember well.
He'll get a first down here. This is a good run. This is hard run and good blocking. There's a hit and a spin. Then 78 tries to bring him down, and I don't know. Maybe
he never did.
I know that right knee after he got thrown around that second time may have touched the ground there. Because I'm a nice guy, I'll give it to the official.
Timeout on the field.
Are you talking about your father?
No. I'm talking about the Zebras, who I.
Now we have a timeout, Fred. On all seriousness, you guys will be starting. I'm talking about Cleveland now. You're going to be starting Tyrod?
Taylor will start, and I'm sure you'll see him in there quite a bit until he gets hurt. And if they don't block for him, it might be the first game against the Steelers.
You've been watching these guys now for 400 years. How do you take them this year? They made a lot of changes. They brought in some good
said
stuff.
I'd be happy with the first game of the year, a victory, and then 4 more after that. I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
But seriously, they've made a lot of improvements. But of course, so has everybody else. But what do you think as a Steeler fan about Bell?
Stay home.
Thank you very. Even my wife said that.
Yeah.
She's not a real football person.
Well, I'm a Bell fan, but if you don't want to play for $853,000 a game, stay home.
I think.
Besides, I'm from Erie County. I'd rather see Connors play.
Oh, amen.
He's from up here. Play him.
That's what I root for the Steelers when Connor carries the ball.
Yeah.
I saw him play 3 games in high school when he was at McDowell.
Yeah.
And he was mainly a defensive player back then.
Well,
it's
just a great success story.
Oh,
for one thing, and football needs that right now. Doubles to the right for Titus, so we get going here. Single to the left. Quick pass over the middle to Palma, and he makes the catch. Pick up about 4 in the play. Brought down right away by Firemouth. Firemouth looks like he's getting a little tired.
Firemouth does appear to be getting a little winded out there. He's had to do a lot of running, had to come up and do a lot of tackling and a lot of chasing, and he's not done it. That ball gets down. He's got to get the ball down a little bit and out there quicker and in front of him where he can catch that ball and then cut it upfield. He'd pick up another 4 or 5 yards.
Always remember it's first-year quarterback.
I do, but it's the
week 3. 2 to the left, 1 to the right.
Zip the thing.
Parker with the ball, cuts to the outside, he's got the corner, he's at the 50, and brings it inside to about the 48.
Doesn't look like much, but that's a good way to finish the run for Parker Harvey. That's what we talked about with him last year versus this year. This year, he's dropping shoulders and he's finishing runs hard. Last year, where he may not have done that. This is a nice job. It's a good cut, good read, and that's the way you want Parker Harvey to finish runs. And I'll give him credit. That's number 10 that's Lentz for Cochranton, putting his head in there when he's outweighed by, I'll bet you, 50, 60 pounds.
Jackson goes wide to the right. Corcoran's now in the slot right. Palmer wide to the left. Right side of the field to Titusville's right. Ball's given off to Harvey. Harvey breaks 1 tackle, drives straight ahead. Oh, almost broke it loose. He's down to the 40. What a fantastic run. Good run by Parker Harvey.
Watch the guys getting up off the ground. The white shirts are starting to get up off the ground a little bit slower. Parker Harvey's starting to take its toll, and Titusville's offensive line, particularly this drive, is doing a nice job. Look at the penetration. There's no penetration. We're pushing people back, and Parker is running extremely hard.
We talked about the pregame show. The offensive line's got to take charge. The games are won in the trenches, and right now Titusville's winning the trench battle. Lost it last week, but they've come back with fire this week. Jackson on the left side, doubles to the right for Titusville. In motion goes Jackson to the right. Jackson gets the ball.
Flag.
And a flag down. Delay a game. Wow.
That guy's got a quick watch over
Well,
trigger finger, one or the other.
I'm hoping the spring unwinds a little bit here.
I told you he's got a date.
Well, I'll tell you what.
What is that, 4 of them?
That's 3.
Three.
Well, 3
Two
on us and 1 on them.
2 on us. Maybe it is 3. No, 2 on us. 2 on us, 1 on Cochranton. And granted, Titusville runs a very deliberate offense now, but they're doing a nice job here. Hello, everybody.
And that's what Fred Boom looks like at 400 years of age.
Larry Curley and Moe here broadcasting for you.
Little sign of distinction there with that gray hair, guys.
What hair?
Looks like Al Michaels up here, doesn't he?
You come back to that shot. I'll show you something that Chris Collinsworth will never show you.
Don't go there.
Come to the left side. Oh, breaks one tackle and going to be brought down about the 43. Couldn't quite get the block on Miller on the outside, and Miller comes up and helps make the tackle.
Yeah.
But we get 5.
But you're getting a 690-pounder being blocked by a 5'6", 130-pounder. He gets 5 yards on that play. That's a good. I think we win that battle. We'll take it every time.
4:27 left to go in the first half. Titusville up 7-0. As Stover goes wide to the left. Palmer's going to go in the slot left.
The other left.
Jackson, the other left, yeah, to the right. Depends on which way you're looking. Jackson on the left side.
I used to have that trouble, Steve.
LaRoque wants to throw. He's going to go to the outside to Harvey. Got him in the corner. Breaks to the 40 and drives ahead.
They should
Close
give that
to first down. That should be another 15.
That's not a bad mark right there. That's a good throw there. That's a decent throw by LaRoque, Boaz LaRoque at quarterback.
22 Caden Tatters on tackle.
And they're going to give Titusville the first down.
That's an important first down for Titusville here. You're going to see he throws it, and it's onto a line, and it's out in front of him. Gives a chance for Parker Harvey to make the catch and pull it up
down.
No, it wasn't. It was a good mark. Oil Creek Plastics on our replays. Thank you.
And now they're going to measure.
First down.
Can the opposing coach ask for a measurement?
I think so.
Boaz LaRoque is our quarterback this year. We have a lot of credit to him. We've been talking a lot about his passing game.
It's going to be by the nose.
First time he's played at all this year.
You see him up on the screen. Boaz LaRoque Jr., 6 foot 180. Nice throw on that one. Gives Titusville the first down.
Steve, I was just going to ask you, Dad won't give up his stool for you to sit down once in a while? I know you're a young man.
Well, I won't get a stool here until he gets off his horse, and that's going to be when we take him off the horse and
they're on what, 2
put
and
him in
3?
a box.
What buttons do you have to push to shut them up? Stover comes wide to the left.
Giddy up.
Corcoran comes in the slot left. Palmer wide to the right. Boy, I'd have to put up with the work. Harvey straight ahead. Not going to get too much, maybe a yard.
Carried by number 7, Parker Harvey.
Bring up a second down and 9.
Cochranton, the left side of the defensive line, and the linebacker shoots up here real quick to make the stop.
Comes your boy, Jim. Parma.
Yeah, I like the kid. You know, we talked last year, Fred, we were worried a little bit about speed, having watched the year previous to that with the Corcoran and Mike and so on. And then all of a sudden, Palmer broke one for about 100 yards. Thought, okay, we still have some. Doubles to the left. In motion, Palmer. Palmer gets it, coming across the left side, go to the outside. Cuts it upfield, nice cut to the 30, and then he's thrown down about the 31-yard line. A nice cut to the inside and picked up about 5. Oh, make it 6, make it 7. Keep going, guy.
He just ducked his head. They run right around him.
He does a nice job here, but I think we get one here. He's going to outrun here and right down. No, he didn't. I take that back. 21 for Titusville. I thought maybe he had a block in the back, but Laird Stover was smart, didn't hit him.
That's why you're standing behind your dad.
Well, if I had had the seat, I might have been able to see that. But.
Third down and 3. Doubles left, single to the right for the Rockets on this drive. Big drive for Titusville. Harvey cuts to the outside, cuts it upfield to 29, 20, check that to 25, inside about the 23. Another good run, another good cut.
The nice thing about this run with Parker Harvey is you're going to see him read that. He's going to plant his foot, plant his foot, and go upfield. There's no dancing around at all. Here's the cut to the outside. There's the cut back to the inside. Lower the shoulder, pick up a first down, keep the drive going.
First down and 10, Titusville. To the right is Laird Stover along with Corcoran. Corcoran's in the slot right. Palmer is in the Wide left. Now he goes in motion. Ball's given off to, Parker Harvey almost lost it. Almost lost it. Tried to run a counter off of that hand off to Palma, but almost lost it that time.
I'm going to make Coach Baldwin mad here. That play's a double. It's a fake to Palma and then a handoff to Parker Harvey. That's a play I consider out-coaching yourself there. You've got the ground game going, just simple handoffs and going, and I think you keep that up. Either keep with that wide sweep or give it to Parker up the middle.
Timeout on the field, Titusville. Well, Fred, one more quickie for you. Pitt, Penn State.
Pitt.
Well, you're not going to like this weekend at all, are you?
How did you get out of bed?
You know, I like Pitt basketball, football, wrestling, track. Can't stand the Steelers. I respected Joe Paterno for everything he'd done, except for a couple things maybe, but he had a great program there.
You guys want to kick him out of the booth?
Well, we're about done here. Luke's got a pair of scissors out. He's going to cut the wire.
That must have been McCrillis.
Okay, but here's the first. Here's the first, Bill. The first for you. I am absolutely in agreement with Fred. I'm a Pitt man too, but my whole household's Penn State. But I like Penn State, but I'm a Pitt guy.
Well, I'll tell you, I grew up.
It's not that we don't like Pitt.
You wouldn't know it the way you talk.
No, it's just that we don't like Pitt.
Marriage done to you, son. Oh. Same as it does to all of us, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, dear. Titusville with the ball. We get back to the game. 2nd down and 9 at the Cochranton 23. I formation for the Rockets. To Harvey. Cuts to the outside. He get a block. Breaks it down the right side to 10 and knocked out of bounds.
No, he didn't. Touchdown.
No, he didn't get in. Oh.
He's got to be about the 1 foot line if he didn't.
Boy, I'll tell you, what a run. I thought he was going to get knocked out of bounds. And Parker saying, no, I was in there, Mr. Strike Man.
That's an excellent run here. Titusville, again, this is the ground game. He sees the opening to the outside. He's got the speed to get to the outside. We've got a
couple nice blocks out there.
Yeah, number 17.
That was a nice play by 17.
Peterson had his block and then let it go when he thought he might get picked up for holding. Parker's already by that, so you've done your job. And Parker almost into the end zone. Of course, they thought they could knock him out of bounds, but he didn't go.
I thought he was about the 5. 1st down and goal. Rockets now.
Jim, what happened to the hometown officials?
Which one?
We used to have a couple back in the day.
Yeah, John Isaac and those guys. Izzy.
Yeah.
I formation Rockets. To Harvey, straight ahead. He drives, and we're waiting for the call.
Nope.
Not yet.
Are you down there, Bill?
I'm here.
Yeah, he's
he's on 50
2nd down.
I will bring up a 2nd and goal.
Give it to him again.
Yeah, you got 4 punches.
Number 73, Dylan.
This is why I hate to see us try to go wide. I like straight ahead football at the 1 yard line. And,
well, especially with the size of that line.
I do too. I'd like to go, but I'd like to see the wide outs, get them a little bit wide, open that up a little bit. You don't want corners and everything tucking in tight to the line of scrimmage.
Well,
so I get guys out to the, your receivers out, pull the corners out.
They're out there now, Steve.
Oh, penalty flag. We moved.
Nobody was set.
We weren't set. Flag is down. Now it's going to be 1st and goal from the 6.
We do have flags on the flag.
Boy, mistakes.
See, and here again, somebody wasn't ready to go, I don't think. They tried to go quick, and they jumped right into the center's feet, and that knocks them back.
It's going to be a quarterback sneak, but
got somebody down.
Yeah, we got a Rocket down on the play. They'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 on the penalty. 2nd down and goal from the 6. 39 seconds left to go. This is a big play, big series in 39 seconds. Win 7-0, they're 14-0.
Well, the nice thing, if we don't get into the end zone, I got to believe that we will. Here, we got 2 more shots to get 3 more shots, right?
2.
No, we'll get 2nd down over again.
Penalty, yeah.
But the problem
2
is,
and a field goal.
Yeah, you get at least a field goal out of this. But the nice thing is you've held this ball for, about 7 minutes here in this drive.
It's been a long drive.
And not only did you just hold the ball for 7 minutes, but you were also able to overcome some minor penalties and some 3rd and long situations to keep the drive going. So it's a very impressive drive for the Titusville offense.
It's Dunlap that was down, but he's coming off a bit under his own power, a little gimpy. Don't want to lose him. Good lineman. Well, we'll see what Titusville can do from second down and goal from the 6 now with 39 seconds, 39.9 seconds left.
Jim,
yeah.
Do you remember my favorite saying? Tight end.
Tight end, yeah. Oh, yeah. We haven't thrown a tight end yet this year.
I don't think they have in 20, have they?
Parker Harvey drives straight ahead. He gets back down inside the 5 to about the 2 or 3. And Titusville will take a timeout. 26 seconds left to go. Let's see where they spot.
Stop the clock.
26.1 seconds left to go in the first half.
It should be more like 29.
3rd and 3. Well, what do you do? Let's assume we go down to the 1. 4th down and 1. You got a field goal kicker. Do you go for the score or do you kick the field goal?
Jim, don't Titusville get the kickoff and start the second half?
Yeah, we get the ball to
go for the touchdown.
Well,
I take the points.
My thing is here, you go 4th and 1. You got to decide now, because if you're going to go for the field goal, you're going to want that. You've only got one timeout. So if you don't get the touchdown, run the clock down to 2 seconds, call the timeout, then kick your field goal. So he has to make that decision now and not wait till after this play to decide what to do.
Fake it to Harvey, roll out.
No, give it to Parker Harvey. Let him take it. I mean, this kid's earned it. He's earned the touchdown here. I'd give him a chance to get it.
I'd go with a little bit of a spread, and we're going to go back to, yeah, we are spreading a little bit. Under center, Harvey, the lone back. 2 tight ends in for Titusville. It goes to Harvey. Going to cut to the outside. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Titusville.
Well, it went around to the end, only it wasn't fake.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a fake. Impressive drive for Titusville here. They took a good 7+ minutes off in this first half.
This might be the best drive of the season for Titusville.
Probably is. Here it's just a reverse handoff, and he's going to the outside. Good blocking from the outside. Nice job downfield. You need that. And Titusville gets the touchdown, puts him up 2 scores in this ball game. Oil Creek Plastics replay shows us.
Nick Wright in for the extra point attempt. Got to get a good snap and hold here. Palmer does the holding. Good snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. And the kick looked pretty good to me. 21 seconds left to go in the first half. Titusville up 14-0. And as Steve's been saying, it's just an excellent drive. Hey, Fred, good to see you, buddy.
It might too.
Thank you for coming up.
Good seeing you guys. And,
good luck Sunday.
Thank you. We'll need all the luck we can. But you know, Jim, I just heard before I come down, it's supposed to be an awful rainstorm coming this area. So Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio, yeah.
That could affect the game.
That could be, maybe Big Ben won't be able to hang on to the football.
Big Ben is 6'5", 255 pounds.
Mike Garrett is.
His hands are probably.
Yeah, Mike Garrett, though, he got good traction.
Come back and see me if Mike Garrett plays a full season.
Was he running back?
No, he's their defensive end. The first draft pick last year that played, 4 games?
Did he play that many?
I'm not too sure.
Well, it'll be fun to watch. So anyway, we enjoy it. Thank you, Fred, for being around.
Good talking to you guys. And Luke, thank you very much.
Titusville up 14-0. 21 seconds left to go.
Apparently
Nick Wright will kick it off. Pardon me?
Apparently we can't decide what football we want to kick off with. They're looking at both of them.
Well, we have one we use for rugby, and we have one we use for football. And so we might use the rugby ball. I don't know.
Gate. Inflate gate, guys.
Hey, Brian DeFonso just said the Rockets stayed up about 8.5 minutes there on that drive.
Yeah,
we figured it was a long drive.
Yeah, very impressive drive by the Titusville offense. You did everything you had to do, overcome penalties.
And probably the biggest thing other than the points is you wore the snot out of the team.
Yes, you did. You're wearing Cochranton down.
Right, all set to kickoff. Got to get a stop here now. Stay in the lanes and get this. We broke down last week on our special teams. And the kick's going to go all the way back to the 5 and into the end zone. Not touched, so it'll be out to the 25. First down and 10 for Cochranton at the 25.
Now 21.3 seconds to go. Defensively, you've done a nice job.
Don't let them score.
Don't let them score. So you're going to have to play. Your defensive backs will have to play fairly deep. You're going to give some. They'll get up some running yards here, but they've only got 21.3 seconds to go. They do have 2 timeouts. Although I'm not sure at this point I would do it. I might just take a knee and go into halftime, try to regroup.
Hey, Bill, what are you seeing on the sidelines from the coaches?
Not too much, but I just noticed a little while back that youth. He's been out of the ball game. He was hit real hard by Harvey that one run.
Freiermuth.
Yeah, and he didn't want to get back up.
Yeah, he's been in and out of the game.
I think he's in there now, I think.
No, that's Gallo, I believe, running back. Notice he's split.
Freiermuth on the left
split to the
slot.
left, yeah. They've got double wides.
That's where they're going.
Got a man deep into the center field, and it's complete to Gallo, and he's down inside the Titusville 40 to 38. Big pass play.
That's Landon Palma there that allows the receiver to get one behind him, but two, he also allowed him to get inside position. And that's their big receiver. You got I can't read it. My program didn't. Gallo, he's 6 foot. Palma's 5'6", so 12.8 seconds.
That's a good ball. First down and 10 now. Good scoring position now for Cochranton. 38-yard line. Looking to throw again, and over the middle. It's complete. DeLong.
Get down.
And they wrap him up at about the 32-yard line. Yeah.
Good play by. I really have to question Cochranton's coaching staff here. After that was completed for the first down in high school football, they mark it, set the sticks, mark the ball. They wind the clock. They didn't call timeout. They had 2 of them. They could have saved themselves probably another 2.5 seconds if they'd have called that timeout. As it is now,
they got to go to the end zone.
They're going to go to the end zone, but they're going to take a timeout into the locker room.
Yeah, that's very
when
true.
You could have used that timeout to save 2 or 3 seconds, possibly, maybe more.
Bill, down there on the sideline, kind of looking for Mr. Caleb Dunlap. Is he walking around down there? Do you see him any place?
Yeah, he's limping. He's got maybe a knee. Looks like it might have a knee.
I hope he has 2 knees.
Just one that's sore.
One bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's right here by the fence by me here.
Okay. I just wanted to see if he was still around there, and I knew he could come off. He was limping, and he hasn't been back in the ball game.
No, he might be a while getting back in.
Yeah, well, he's tough. We need him. 1.5 seconds, and Titusville now removing their defensive backs back. Just keep them out of the end zone now.
Yeah, and you don't care how many yards you give as long as it's only 31.
So you have double backs, 2 to the right for Cochranton. Bernarding running to his right. He's going to throw back to the left, and he throws it complete, and he falls down, and the half ends. First half here at Carter Field is over. Titusville leads going into the locker room 14-0 over the Cardinals. We'll be back with halftime activities right after these messages.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with the pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
Community Connect Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit, member-owned financial institution, and becoming a member is pretty easy. Stop in, call, or visit our website at communityconnectfcu.com and click Join to get started. Ask about our money market accounts, low-interest loans on new and used vehicles, or start saving for the holidays with a Christmas Club account. Visit us today to get started. We're Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home is dedicated to providing the highest level of service to Titusville and surrounding communities. Our family and staff continues the tradition started by Gordon B. Garrett in 1965, treating our clients with care and respect. Since then, we have grown, now in our 3rd generation and in 2 locations. 303 North Washington Street and 203 East Main Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, a history of tradition and commitment to excellence. Interstate Pipe and Supply is proud to announce their celebration of 50 years in business. Holding true to their motto, service means business, they offer a full, knowledgeable staff full fleet of trucks, and large product offering. They are not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. They have been a primary pipe supplier in Titusville for 40-plus years. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year, and thank you for making Interstate Titusville's premier pipe supplier.
And welcome to the Anderson Physical Therapy, Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds halftime show, and we're going to bring you the sights and sounds of the Titusville High School Marching Band in a little bit. Right now you have Cochranton out performing. Sorry guys, went back a couple weeks, but we're seeing some of those moments from that first week where you're seeing some really good tackling tonight and really good offensive play.
Well, one of the things I'm impressed with tonight is we got beat up pretty good last week, Steve, while you were on vacation, and the kids coming out tonight with a really good attitude and really hard-nosed football.
Well, this is week 3, and you would expect there to be a little bit of aggressiveness by now, and you're seeing it tonight. This is as aggressive as you've seen them play so far this year. And you say, well, yeah, but it's only the 3rd game. Well, that's a third of your year. A third of your season is gone tonight. So I'm really impressed with how we've played. Our offensive line is firing off the ball. They're keeping themselves low, and they're pushing Cochranton around a little bit. I thought it was very, very nice to see. Defensively, we're controlling it. We're starting to get onto their offense. The misdirection doesn't seem to be bothering us as much as it has in the past. We give up a big play here at the end, but the defense stiffens, keeps them out of the end zone to preserve the shutout. Probably the best half of football we've seen out of the Rockets so far.
Well, I really think it is, and but the impressive part was that last drive, and Brian DeFonso came over and said it took up about 8.5 minutes, and we knew that it was 7+.
Yeah, 7+,
but they gave themselves opportunity to lose that drive with some penalties and so on, but they fought right through that and continued to drive. That's important.
Yeah, that's very big for their offense, because we've seen Titusville's offense in the past. They get a 5-yard or a 15-yard penalty, kills the drive. We've seen that happen a lot of times, and it does to most high school teams, to be honest with you. But so far, Titusville has overcome those. They've kept them to a minimal amount. I mean, it's not like we're being flagged 8-10 times. I think we've only got maybe 4 penalties against us in the first half. But they did have some 3rd and 5+ yards for first downs, and Titusville's been able to overcome those with some really nifty running by Parker Harvey. He's done a really nice job. Parker Harvey has run as hard tonight as I've ever seen him run, and you get a sense of him, and I hope he continues this. But you get a sense of Parker Harvey saying, this is my football team, this is my field, I will dominate you. And so far tonight, he's been able to do it.
Well, we talked about that at the very beginning of the season, that he's going to step up, because we're running basically a one-back offense, whether it's Parker, Nicholson, or Bish. The 3 of them alternating in there, but tonight it's been Parker, and he is taking charge like that, and it inspires the rest of the team. You get one leader out there playing hard like that, and 11 other guys step up on offense and defense both. And he's been doing that on both sides of the ball. Look at the defense, how well they're hitting.
Defense is playing very well. They're hitting very, very hard. And again, Parker Harvey's running hard. Those front 5 are saying, hey, listen, if he's going to run over 2 or 3 guys, we're going to open more holes and watch. We're going to have some fun watching him run over people.
Yeah. Well, it's been a good first half. We're up 14-0 here at the halftime at Titusville, the 3rd game of the season. Titusville 1-1, hoping to go 2-1 with this big win tonight. So got 2 more quarters to play. It's not over yet, but good first half for Titusville.
Guys, when we come back, we're going to bring you the sights and sounds of the Titusville High School Marching Band. Plus, Steve's going to go through some scores from around the area. Meadville trailing General McLean right now at the half, 28-8. That's one score. We'll have many more heading your way as the Rocket halftime show continues here. This is the Anderson Physical Therapy, Clifford's Carpets halftime show. We'll be right back.
Whoever said it's only a dog never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
So State Farm will be here to help protect our home.
Of course.
What about here?
Yep. Nice.
Okay. Here?
Who puts tinfoil in the microwave?
Here? Here? Here?
Feels a little awkward.
A little. Here?
You too.
So cold.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
It's Joe Taylor Ford's 17th anniversary, and we are celebrating all month long. Get 0% APR for 72 months plus 1,000 Ford credit bonus cash on a new 2018 Ford Escape, Edge, and Explorer. Or get 0% APR for 60 months plus 2,800 additional savings off MSRP on a new 2018 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT with 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost. Make sure you take advantage of Joe Taylor Ford's top-of-the-line lifetime warranty on all new cars.
See Joe Taylor.
Thank you for 17 great years.
Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Andersons can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Ute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net.
And welcome back to the Anderson Physical Therapy, Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds halftime show. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring you the sights and sounds of the Titusville High School Marching Band. At the half, the Rockets lead the Cardinals 14-0.
Yeah, okay. I'll push you in the wheels if you're in the wheels. Don't see me that last time. Well, I'm hoping not. He's going next year. If I got to push you in the wheels, he's going.
That's the Titusville High School Marching Band performing here at halftime. The Rockets lead 14-0. This is the Anderson Physical Therapy Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds halftime show. Second half action is coming up next.
Nothing says community more than local sports. Cheering on our favorite teams while our young athletes learn about hard work, teamwork, and building character. At Homerwood, community begins with our employees. Those same traits we look for in our athletes are the same characteristics we look for in our employees. And it shows in the quality of our products that we're proud to stand behind and on. From our employees and their families, we say thank you for making us part of your community. Go Rockets!
Hospital partners, Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital together provide a continuum of high-quality care across Crawford County. Both create the ultimate patient experience. Every patient, every time. Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital are more than a hospital. We are a hospital partner, a community partner, a family partner, and a health partner.
Fall and football go hand in hand, just like yards and the products made by Steel. At Titusville True Value, we offer a full selection of Steel chainsaws, pole saws, leaf blowers, weed eaters, and hedge trimmers to prepare your yard for fun this fall. So get the full lineup of Steel's equipment so the chores are out of the way so you can go out to play. Steel, available now at your Titusville True Value. Behind every good project is your Titusville True Value. Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Anderson's can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Tityute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net.
And a big thanks to our halftime sponsors, Anderson Physical Therapy and Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds. All our Rocket sports sponsors this fall include State Farm Insurance, Oil Creek Plastics, Interstate Pipe and Supply, Larry's Auto Service, True Value Hardware, Armstrong, Anderson Physical Therapy, Titusville Dairy Products Company, Meadville Medical Center, Titusville Area Hospital, Joe Taylor Ford, The Barking Lot, Community Connect Federal Credit Union, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, Homerwood, Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds, Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, Family Video, and Corky's Pizza and Subs. And just a reminder, after the game, we'll have the Corky's Pizza Family Video Player of the Game for you. Well, Steve, some scores from around the region here tonight.
Well, let's take a look and see what's going on. There's a good one here between Meadville, General McLean. They're supposed to be tied there, but it's 28-8, General McLean. But we have a good one we're looking at here. It's 16-16 all tie, but I can't find the game now. So they got to quit printing these things.
He's gone for 1 week.
They got to quit printing these letters so small. Greenville is up over Iroquois. Conneaut, Ohio is beating Lakeview pretty good. Of course, Titusville's up here. Western Reserve in Ohio up big on Cambridge Springs. Here's a good one here. West Middlesex and Maplewood. West Middlesex with an 18-6 lead. That's in the third on that ball game.
And Maplewood so far undefeated this season.
So far undefeated. So that's a good test for Maplewood. Hopefully they can come back on that ball game. Up top here, the Farrell and Union City. That's 42-0 already in the third. That's Farrell on that one.
Farrell
Eisenhower 13-7.
Yeah, Farrell has this young kid, and I can't remember his name now, that is worth watching. He was hurt 1 year, his sophomore year, coming back this year, quarterback, running back, and defensive back, going D1. So Farrell's got a strong team.
Here's a St. Edwards, Ohio 21, Prep 3. Here's a one for us, Fort LaBeouf and Harbor Creek. Fort LaBeouf is up 8-2. That game in the bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third.
St. Joe's and McDowell. McDowell beating St. Joe's, New York, 14-7. So that's what's going on in the area.
One of the games I've been interested in, another part-time employer, Clymer High School was playing tonight at Maple Grove. Of course, our son David, my son David, his brother David.
That'd be interesting.
I'm not,
yeah, had to correct that real quick here. But David's team, David coaches there, they're up 34-7 the last we saw over Maple Grove. That was supposed to be the big game in Chautauqua County. So
I've been up since 4:30, so everything's funny to me.
Yeah.
So just ignore me. Hey, you know what game
we typically do?
Yeah, you know what game I'm interested in? This one tonight. This one's really good.
This has been a good ball game. It's 14-0 Titusville. And I think fans on both sides can appreciate what's been going on. Cochranton had a little bit of production offensively early in the game. Titusville finally got them shut down. Titusville, of course, with the big play, the 70-plus yard pass play for a touchdown to open the scoring.
Hey, real quick, Bill McCurlis is down on the field. Bill, what did you observe when the Rockets came back out on the field here for the second half?
A lot of energy, guys. A lot of energy.
Anything on the Cardinal side?
They look kind of sluggish.
All right, that in-depth report brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and tonight by Hasbrook Sand and Gravel.
Firemuth will be doing the kicking for the Cardinals, and back deep will be Palma, and Isaac Jackson is standing back at about our own 15-yard line. So this is an important series. Titusville gets the kick to open this up, and up 14-0. So if we can put another big drive together and put some points on, it could really change the complexion of the rest of this ball game very quickly. Waiting for the whistle, we get it, and Firemuth approaches the ball. Kick's going to go down on the ground. It's going to be picked up on the far side by Palma at about the 15, 16-yard line. Cups it up the field, out across the 25, and still on his feet out across the 30. Holy cow, I thought he was down at the 25.
So did Cochranton.
Yeah, they did. They quit on the play, and he just about got away from him.
The first rule of tackling, gentlemen, is to make contact with your shoulders, arms out. You're going to see kids coming in here. Their arms are not out. They're making contact with the shoulders, but they're trying to, because apparently they think he's a little kid, they can knock him off his feet. There's a good cut. Here they come here.
It's another good cut up.
32 coming in there. 32 should have hit and wrapped him. They have him back there, allowing Palma to stay on his feet, spin, and pick up another 5 to 7 yards. I'm sure the coaching staff will talk to them about their tackling going into next week.
Stover goes wide to the right. Cochranton in the slot right. And we have one to the left for Titusville. Parker in the backfield. Parker Harvey gets a carry, drives straight ahead. Oh, a couple 3 yards after contact. Good. That's a good drive.
I think that's Caden Tatters, I think number 22, coming in there to try to make the stop. And you can see already they're a little slow getting up. And Parker Harvey running extremely hard. He's just dropping shoulders and knocking some people around.
Game of about 3 on the play, second down 7. If you just tuned in, 14-0 Titusville. 11:23 just underway here in the third quarter. Isaac Jackson will come wide left. We'll put Cochranton in the slot left. Send one wide right. Now we put a man in motion. The ball's given off to the motion man. No, it's kept by Parker Harvey, driving straight ahead out to 45-yard line. Oh my. Big hole, big drive.
That's the one they tried to run earlier towards the end of the first half there that they didn't quite get the exchange right here. They pull it off very well. A nice fake to Palma coming around on that wide jet run and handing it up the middle to Parker Harvey.
I'll tell you what, guys, every time somebody hits Parker Harvey, they're paying the price.
Excuse me, you're right. That was Sebastian Peterson coming across the formation there.
Peterson comes wide to the left, and that'll send Stover to the right and Cochranton in the slot right. Again, Harvey in the backfield. First down and 10, Titusville at their own 45. Harvey, no. Cuts back to the left side and drives ahead. He picks up 3. I thought he had nothing and picks up 3.
Nice job there. There's Firemuth there coming off the bottom of the pile to make the tackle there, along with their defensive front. I think he's their nose guard, Adams, Justin Adams. He's also a captain on this football team. But Harvey's still picking up 3 yards. And again, we've said it before, 3 yards is a successful running play. And Titusville's had a bunch of them tonight.
Palma comes wide to the left. Isaac Jackson goes wide right. I believe it's Corcoran in slot right. Can't see the number. Palmer goes in motion to the right. Palmer gets the ball, cuts it upfield. No, can't make the cut. Got nothing out there block-wise, and so they strung that one out. No gain on the play.
I think that's the number 6, and Cabe Miller. I think that was him, and number 70 is out there west for Cochranton. Did a nice job on that one. They had that one coming. But don't be surprised that play. You see that run a couple of times. That's setting something up here. You'll see that come back later on in the ball game.
Larry Stover comes wide to the left. Corcoran goes in the slot left, and Palmer goes wide to the right. Tight end stays on the right side. Parker Harvey in the backfield. LaRoque wants to throw, looking over the middle, pulls the ball down, and he's going to get hit. Oh, he fumbles the ball, and it's still on the ground, and now recovered by Cochranton. Cochranton has the turnover at the 36 of Titusville. That's a big momentum booster.
Yeah, that's what you didn't want to do here, is turn the ball over and give them field position in a sense of life, but that's what's going to happen here. He's going to drop back the pass. They do a nice job of having it covered, and again, they're not doing a good job of blocking. We make good contact, but we don't maintain the block, allowing penetration. And a hit on the quarterback and a fumble. Titusville now giving up field possession now.
Titusville up 14-0 here in the third quarter, but Cochranton with the turnover at the Titusville 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Slauson comes wide to the right. Garrett Jones is in the slot right, doubles to the left. Firemuth now comes into the backfield, follows the quarterback, Beharning, straight up the middle, and he'll pick up about 3 on the play. Bernarding gets maybe 5. I'll check that, maybe 3.
Looked like Nicholson, again, active in the middle, along with Nosco, and I think there's a third young man coming up off that pile. Didn't catch a number there, but Titusville, their defense not doing a bad job of containing this. There you see Firemuth, the lead blocker on that play.
2nd down and 8. 8:35 to go here in the third. Doubles to the right, doubles to the left. Once again for the Cardinals. Bernarding now puts the man in motion. It's Firemuth. He gives it to Firemuth coming across the right side. Cuts back to the left and picks up the first down. Drives straight ahead, and that's a good run. Inside the 30 to about the 26. That's a good strong run by Firemuth.
Good strong run there. Does a nice job of reading and cutting back against the grain. Angles or maybe a little bit of over pursuit on the Titusville defense allows him to come back and pick up a decent run. Here we've got him. Good containment. There's Nosco overrunning the play as he cuts up inside him. Parker Harvey coming up to make the stop.
3rd down 2 at the Titusville 27. Doubles both sides again as they spread out the Titusville defense a little bit here. Small, bad snap. The ball's on the ground, but covered by number 25. I believe that is Cummings.
Now it's my turn to criticize the Cochranton coaches here. That's a direct snap to the running back, and again, it's to me, you're just taking yourself out of position and trying to outcoach yourself. Just run your regular plays. Was that supposed to be
a direct snap?
Yeah, it was. Number 5's their quarterback, and he leaves early, and the setback is supposed to take that snap, and the center snaps it in between the two. Again, you had yourself in 3rd and 2. Now you put yourself in 4th and 6.
Doubles both sides. Now big play here for Titusville. Jones goes in motion, looking pass long. Throws up short over the head of the receiver, Miller, standing out about the 25. So Titusville's defense holds after the turnover, and it'll be 1st down and 10, Titusville.
And the nice thing about that, other than the stoppage on down, is we still get a hit on their quarterback. You're going to see coming in from the back side, from the front side, Nicholson in there. Sticks his helmet right in the rib cage of the quarterback. A perfectly legal hit. The quarterback's going to remember that coming out here in the next possession. But hopefully Titusville here will put together a nice 7-8 minute drive, get a touchdown, put this game into the 4th quarter.
Titusville takes over on downs. 1st down and 10 at their own 33. So the turnover by Titusville doesn't hurt us. Titusville now will send Stover wide left. Palmer in the slot left. Isaac Jackson goes wide to the right. Parker gets the ball, trying to get to the outside. Missed the block, but he cuts out across the 35, and he's down just about the 35. Picks up about 4 on the play.
Garrett Long on the stop.
It looks like they made some adjustments on this wide stuff, Steve, during halftime.
Apparently they're going to go with whichever way his first step is, that's the way we're going to come and bring people there. But again, almost a horse collar. They're at the back of the jersey, but again, we're still trying to get the ground game established here in the second half, and I think keep running Parker and you'll get it.
Doubles left, single to the right for Titusville. 2nd down and 8. Harvey straight up the middle. And he maybe picked up 2. There's no question right now that they are starting to key big time on Harvey. They're going to say, you're going to beat me with somebody else. But nonetheless, Harvey's still picking up 2-3 yards of carry. 3rd down and 6.
And that's just a straight ahead play there by Titusville's offense. Almost an isolation style play, but I'm wondering whether or not we'll see the fullback in the second half like we did in the first half.
Doubles left for Titusville. Single to the right. That would be Jackson on the right. Stover and Palma on the left. Palma goes in motion. Ball goes to Palma, and he loses it. Fumbles back into the backfield, back to the 27. So loss of about 10, 12 yards, and that brings up a 4th down kick situation for Titusville.
I didn't think the handoff was out of the basket. I'm not sure where the exchange fumbled out on that one, but at least Titusville recovers the ball. We get a chance to punt the ball away, not give them a short field to play with.
Parker Harvey will be doing the kicking. He'll be standing back from about the 15-yard line. Gallo will be standing at his own 35, and now there's a flag on the play. Illegal procedure, Titusville. And the other one has, official on the far side, has offside.
I think you look at it here, you'll see number. I think it's 60. For Titusville moves, but he does move after the defensive player jumps. So I'm not sure how that's going to be called in high school.
It'll be offsetting.
Yeah, that's Lodge Nosko, a freshman moving on the interior line. Would have gotten a cheap 5 yards there. It is going to be on Titusville. They're going to move at 5. Apparently he didn't cross the line of scrimmage, so Titusville's reaction to that movement is going to cost him 5 more yards.
So bring up a 4th and a bundle. 4th and 24. This time we'll be back to the 10-yard line to get the kick away. Should give pretty good field position for the Cardinals, depending on the punt here. Good snap. Good high kick by Parker Harvey. Back at the 40. It hits at the 40 and rolls inside the 40 of Cochranton to about the 37. That's a nice punt.
That's a good punt. Had nice hang time to it. Titusville's coverage is down there. I was a little bit afraid of Cochranton coach there. Their one back, the guy back to receive the punch, Gallo, almost looked like he had entertained thoughts of trying to pick it up off the bounce.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, that never works well for you.
Yeah. Bill looks like that too when the ball's in the air. He's ready to jump out there and catch it.
I had that one. I called fair catch.
Yeah, if I was you, I'd call fair catch too, and I'd call some fair young damsel to catch it.
Never mind.
That's because you played in the band.
Doubles to the left, doubles to the right. Quick pass to the outside is incomplete. They tried to hit Firemouth very quickly on the slot, and it goes incomplete.
Do we have that? Can we run that back a little bit? I'm just questioning. If Firemouth tries to bring it in with one hand, I'm wondering whether or not he had an opportunity to get 2 hands out there. We've seen him a couple of times. Yeah, I guess it was a little bit out there, but the only way he was going to catch it.
That had some yardage to it, though.
Well, and you got to watch those plays too, because if he crosses the line of scrimmage, you have number 1, the wide receiver Gallo, out there blocking before the pass is thrown. So if he crosses the line of scrimmage, it should be a penalty.
2 to the left, 2 to the right once again for the Cardinals. Cummings in the backfield. Deep pass all by himself, and he overthrows, and
that's
boy, we get beat big time.
That's the receiver there, too.
Yeah,
that's Gallo. He did not keep a steady pace to his, and he kind of creeped inside. The quarterback not expecting that.
Bernarding had a man all by himself.
Oh, yeah, he's 20 yards open. There's not a rocket in anywhere. The good pump fake, and he throws that out. You can see he brought himself inside. The quarterback threw that ball. It should have been right in his bread basket there. That's on the receiver.
I was watching the fans on the Cardinal side on that replay. They were
excited.
And they go, oh, yeah. Oh, no. Doubles to the right, doubles to the left once again. 3rd down, 10. Bernarding looking to throw, being pressured, throws up short to Firemuth, and it'll be enough for the first down, I believe. Depends on the spot, but looks to me like it's enough for the first down.
It'll be tight on that mark.
Yeah, look. The official on this side had it marked further down the field, and he's going to go in and say something because they moved it back.
But I don't think he can mark that ball.
He's going to mark it.
He's going to mark it. Not, you can't.
How can you do that?
How can you be across the
field?
See
if they do. See if he does. No, he moved away now. He did not. Because he has to go get the chain, doesn't he? No?
No, he got another official there. He's got the one official has to watch where the other official marks the chain. They bring it up.
It's a first down.
It is just. Zoom in on that, Adam, real quick. I was expecting to see one of those index cards like we've had before. Here we go.
But watch this official. Well, you can't see him in this.
It's a good tackle by Palma. Nice play by Palma, because you don't want that young man getting loose. We'll watch now. We don't have it. You're right. The official on Titusville sideline walking across the field like he was going to move the ball downfield another foot.
Doesn't make any difference. First down and 10. The ball's at the Cardinal 47-yard line. 4:29 left to go here in the third quarter. 14-0 Titusville. Doubles left and right. Now they put Jones in motion to the left, quarterback keep up the middle, and he's hit and stopped immediately. No gain.
That is Partridge, I believe. Stephen Partridge with a good play there.
Number 76, Stephen Partridge.
You know, that's that play. We've seen him run that before where he's reading and then pulls it up, and Partridge does a nice job of coming off of his blocker to make a stop there.
Second down 10. Slauson will come wide to the left. Garrett Long will be in the slot, or check that to the right. Garrett Long slot to the right. 2 to the left now for in motion comes Fireberger. Going to be a quick pass out the outside. Picked off. Good. Larry Stover. He's at the 40, 35, 30. Inside the 30. Fumbles the ball. And I'm not sure who's.
They've got it. Cochranton recover the ball, and it'll be first and 10.
Be first and 10.
That's too bad.
12.
Laird Stover does a nice job on defense. He read this play very well as a quarterback. He's just sitting on the route. The quarterback's going to release this ball. Here's the play. He's watching the receiver the whole way. He telegraphs it. There's Stover with the interception. And a nice return. Right here, though, if you're going to try to do that, you got to get down lower than they are. And that's one of the things they'll talk to him about is getting two hands. You're going to get hit, put two hands on the ball and drop your shoulders.
Well, the play is intercepted, then we fumble on the return, and now it's first down and 10. Cochranton at their own 12-yard line. Good play by Laird. Lost the ball. Got to get her back. Doubles left, doubles right. As this drive now continues from the 12-yard line for Cochranton, first down and 10. 3:20 left in the third. Bernarding looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, and the pass is complete. The gain of about 3 on the play. Quarterback takes another big hit. He felt that one.
Titusville, if you've noticed a little bit, I think Cochranton's thinking our ground game's not going to get this done for us here. They're not being successful, so let's try to put the ball in the air. They seem to have thrown the ball a lot more and almost abandoned their run game.
So far this half. Gain of 3, second down and 7, 2:45 to go. Cole Bernarding has taken a couple of good hits here in the last, the end of the second quarter here in the third. Bernarding looking to throw, pulls it down. He's going to run it. He's got a field out in front of him. He's at the 25, the 30, 35, to the outside, the 40, 50, and brought down at about the Titusville 45-yard line. Big run.
Well, and here this is an example of the passing game, getting defenses worried about the ball being put in the air and then taking off on the ground. And we know the quarterback can run. He's looking, but this is a draw, I believe, right off the bat. But we just open up in the middle, and he just breaks it, reads his blocks, and gets downfield very well. Not a real bad job, but we got to do a better job up front at containing him, not giving him that initial rushing lane.
First down and 10 for Cochranton. They're now inside Titusville territory at the 46. They'll put 2 to the right, 2 to the left once again. Bernarding, quick out to the right side, gets a good block. Swanson takes it across the 40, and he's going to be stopped at about the 38. Nick Slauson was the receiver.
Check this hit out, guys. I'm not really sure about this one. I'll tell you what.
I think it's Long that comes out and makes the block on Stover. And yeah, it's a good block. There's nothing wrong with the block. I think it might just be a wind issue. Oil Creek Plastics presenting the replay tonight. But again, we've seen Cochranton now trying to put the ball in the air. Titusville's going to have to, into quick passes too, predominantly. We're trying to get the ball out of the quarterback's hand.
You know, we were talking about a team being tired and so on during the halftime, either on air or off air. But right now, it looks like Cardinals have a little more energy than Titusville.
Well, when you start moving the ball a little bit, you get a turnover early, even though you don't convert to points. And then you get a big break when Titusville gets the interception, then fumbles it back to you, and you get a big run. Yeah, that adrenaline starts to flow a little bit. There's you put a quicker step on the field. Titusville's having a little bit of trouble adjusting to it. Titusville, I think you're right, though, has come out flat in the second half.
Lentz goes wide to the left, and they'll put Gallo in the slot left. Slauson and Long on the right side. Now they're going to bring Long, and they have two moving. There's flags. The ball's given off to Long, and he's going to hit and drop at the 35, but that's going to come back.
I don't think that play should have even gone, should it?
I don't know. On an illegal shift, I don't know.
Two people moving at the same time at the snap. I think it should have been blown dead, but
with 2nd and 2, so it'll bring it back to 2nd and 7.
Here I thought we had a shot at Nicholson bringing them down, trying to rip that ball out. And that's one of the things Coach Baldwin said at the beginning of the year Titusville's worked on a little bit, trying to create that fumble, create that turnover.
So the ball will be moved back. He marked up in the wrong spot.
Well, if it remains where he's at, it's a 1-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's got to come back 5. Okay, now they got it. Maybe a little nervous there.
Congratulations to the man in the white hat. He knew what he was doing. Made sure the other ones followed suit.
That modern math has got me. I'm so confused with that.
The fans got a little excited, though, as they were shouting out to the field.
Yeah. Reminds me of a ball game we did over at Cochranton with the time running out.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, my hat's still off to that lady.
Yes.
She ran the clock right.
2nd down and Long. Long goes in motion, low snap. Bernarding looking to throw, getting some pressure. He's got a man deep. Got to get there. Oh, it's interference.
Yeah, interference. They did need to. The pass was overthrown, but Titusville's got to figure out what they're doing here. It's almost like they're not sure whether it's a man or a zone defense they're trying to play, because they got people going deep on us, and I don't know whether their corners think they got help over the top from safeties, and our safeties just can't get there, or whether they're confused about whether they're supposed to be going man.
That's 15 from scrimmage in high school ball, I believe. So.
Yeah, it'll be brought back to the line of scrimmage. It's an automatic first down. The yardage will give them a first down, but I think it's an automatic first down, too.
The interference occurred at about the 5-yard line.
But here you'll see we've got the corner out there. He stops running with him, so I got to believe he's thinking he's going to have help over the top by Jackson, who doesn't get there.
Yeah, didn't get there in time.
So I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% sure whether or not they're playing man or zone, because it's neither one of them seem to be very definitive.
So a couple of big plays here, Steve. Put Titusville a little bit of a hole here in the third quarter.
And again, that's what we talked about. There's a minute 31 to go in this third period, but Titusville's come out flat here to start this second half. They better wake up. Cochranton's not out of this football game.
Oh, it's only a 2-score game. A little different formation now. They stack a little bit on the left side and right. Bernarding looking to throw, dropping straight back, getting some pressure. Now he runs it up across the middle. He's inside the 20, brought down at about the 19. Be enough for, almost enough for another first down.
About 2 yards short.
A 2 yard short there. That's Noah Willis, number 88. We've said his name quite a bit tonight. Again, I haven't seen him play much before tonight's ball game. He's done a pretty good job. Again, this one here is a throw. He can't find anybody open except for the guy that's running wide open to the left of the formation there. But Willis comes up, makes a hit, spins to pick up an extra yard.
55 seconds left here in the third. 2nd down and less than 1 for the Cardinals. Big drive for the Cardinals. This started at the 12-yard line, their own 12. In motion comes Long. Bernarding pitches left to Long, cuts it up across the field. And he gets down inside the 15.
We got a flag.
It's going to be a hold.
That's pretty much where they throw those, would indicate holding.
If that's what it is, it'll come back 10. It is it's against Titusville. Face mask.
Hand to the face.
Hand to the face. Yikes.
So Titusville has pretty much, to be honest with you, taken off this third quarter.
Yeah, they're hurting.
Was that just a sign of being tired? Mistakes like that?
No, hands to the face, no. That could be where he's trying to chuck the offensive lineman. His hand slips and gets up into the face mask. I know I'm showing you that here. Nobody can see that, but at least you get the visualization of what's happening here.
I'm being lectured.
Okay, I got it, guys. Number 52, illegal use of the hands to the mask.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it'll be a little help to the Cardinals.
Although
now.
we do have the camera here, Steve. We could.
Yeah, you could do that. I wouldn't suggest it, but yeah, that's
next time.
Next time, yeah.
That was just outside the 20, so that wouldn't be half the distance either. First and goal from the 7 now for the Cardinals. So putting together a big drive. On the snap, Bernarding going to hold down. He's going to run to the outside, cuts it up the middle, close to the 5, inside the 5, maybe to the 4. Nicholson
did a nice job of holding his ground and making a tackle. Again, that's been a big play for the Cardinals offense, is that run pass option by the quarterback. He doesn't see anything immediately, so he tucks it and goes. He sees a lot of green. I'd tuck it and run too, but that's Nicholson coming in and Harvey. At least you're punishing the kid when he elects to run the ball.
Second down and goal. Long comes in motion, low snap, the ball goes to Long. He drives ahead, but he's not going to get
Nice job by defense.
Defense holds. Third down and goal. Looks like they're about 3 with time running out. Into 3 quarters of play here at Titusville. Rockets 14-0, but the Cardinals are threatening big time. We'll be back with fourth quarter right after this.
Oil Creek Plastics, the industry leader in polyethylene pipe, is proud to be a part of the Titusville community and a proud sponsor of Titusville High School athletics. Located off Route 27 in East Titusville, Oil Creek Plastics has been a vested part of the Titusville community for 28 years. At Oil Creek Plastics, we take pride in supporting our community and are thrilled to bring instant and slow motion replay to the stream's Titusville Rocket sports broadcasts. In Titusville and here to stay, Oil Creek Plastics. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with the pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
And your Titusville High School marching band trying to get the crowd into it here and bring them back for one more quarter of play as we begin the fourth. Rockets still lead 14-0, but the momentum so far this second half has been with the Cardinals.
Yeah, it really has, Luke, right from the get-go. And, of course, the big changeover was the interception by Laird Stover. Ran it down to the 12, but lost the ball. And the fumble was recovered by the Cardinals. And this is the end of the drive right now. They have a 3rd and goal from the 2 to get this fourth quarter underway. So third quarter owned by the Cochranton Cardinals. Wide side of the field will be to their right. Bernarding will be running out of shotgun. He has doubles left, doubles right. And Fryermuth, low snap, and Bernarding's going to get nothing. Had a low snap, and Titusville went on it quick.
We've seen a lot of that from Cochranton. Their center and quarterback exchange on that shotgun snap has been low. This one's going to cost them about 2 yards to 3 yards and back it up to about the 4 to 5 yard line. It's going to be a tough, could be a tough play here for Cochranton to score. Again, that shotgun snap with this offense has to be there because you throw everything off.
4th down and 4. Crowd is getting noisy. Doubles to the right, doubles to the left. It's 4th and goal from the 4 yard line for the Cardinals. Watch the option pass. The shuffle pass out to Fryermuth. He's down.
There's a flag. That could be holding.
That can't be on Titusville, can it?
I wouldn't think so, the way it was thrown. I would think possibly holding on that lead blocker in front of him.
There is a penalty flag.
I saw nothing from Titusville unless it be a face mask. It's a hold
It's a hold against Cochranton, so you're going to decline this one.
That and take the penalty.
And here you'll see it.
Oh, yeah,
22 right there's the hold. And again, the quarterback on this pitch, he's just kind of lofting that thing out. That thing has to be snapped out there, but it's like a pass. You've got to hit him in the numbers. And there is one thing, though, for Cochranton I have noticed in their backs and receivers both. There are a lot of one-handed kids out there. And their coaching staff's going to tell them, you guys either start putting two hands on the ball or we'll find kids that will do it, because it doesn't do you any good to fumble a ball if you can run 10 flat but not hold on to a football in this game.
Well, that was a big play, a big drive. They started at their 12, took it down to our 4, and they ate up a lot of the clock, and then they were unable to score on a 4th and 4. So it's still 14-0 Titusville. Now nothing crazy going on here. Titusville takes over on the 8-yard line, first down and 10, their own 8-yard line. 92-yard here for something. I don't know if Parker can go 92 yards. It goes to Harvey, cuts it up the field, breaks a couple of tackles, takes it out across the 10 to about the 12, gain about 4.
Remember, we said earlier in this half, would we see a fullback again in this play here? They bring in 88, that's Noah Willis, and he's coming into the fullback position, and then we're getting an extra blocker. We pick up 5 yards. You're going to see, I think, a lot of this from Titusville in the second half here.
Second down and 5, the ball at the 13. Titusville leading 14-0, they led the whole way. Good first half for Titusville, mediocre third quarter at best. See what they can do here in the fourth. Their first possession in the fourth quarter, singles both sides for Titusville. I formation, comes to Harvey, drives straight ahead. Contact at the line of scrimmage, and then he just drives a scrum all the way out front. That might be enough for first down.
Wow. This is just super power by Parker Harvey. We talked about at the half, the way he was running. This is an example here. He just will not go down. These kids, Cochranton's, I'm sure right now thinking, what do we got to do? Number 70 for Cochranton. Watch him get just pushed back, and he ends up on his back. And he is a 6'3", 235-pound senior.
Wide to the left goes Laird Stover. To the right comes Palmer. Titusville were running with 2 backs. 10 minutes left to go. First down and 10. Titusville at their own 20. Comes to Harvey, trying to get to the outside. Yeah, and up quickly is Firemuth. Nice spin out across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. Firemuth come up really quick. Harvey spun around him. Picks up a couple.
One thing I noticed with Firemuth coming up here, watch how he comes up. He's just running by him.
Yeah.
He's not making much of an effort to make contact with Parker Harvey here, so I think he's had about enough of his fill. You watch, he's just going to duck and turn. That's a bad angle and not really good tackling by him.
I didn't break down at all. 9:20. Titusville comes out. Isaac Jackson to the right. Palmer goes wide left. We'll stay in I formation. Ball's at the 21. A gain of 1 on that play. To Harvey. Check that, Nicholson. And he comes out across the 20 to about the 23. Harvey gets a little bit of a break.
So that's a good run play for Titusville. That's another 3 yards. It's going to put us about 3rd and 6. For Titusville so far tonight, they've shown they've been able to convert these downs. We'll see what happens here.
8:45 to go. This is one of those times you like a drive like we had in the third quarter, or second quarter.
Second quarter to end the ball game. You'd like that same kind of a drive here.
Yeah, 7-minute drive. Doubles to the left for Titusville, single to the right. Under center, LaRoque going to throw. Man over the middle, he comes to Nosko out at the 35. Nosko still has the ball and down at the 35-yard line. First time to Fred Bloom's tight end.
The tight end, a forgotten position. And you watch, run this back here, you're going to see LaRoque ready to throw the ball, but your tight end, right about now, he wants to throw it. There he comes in here, and the timing's off a little bit because your wide receiver, I thought, was going to make a play on the ball too there, but it gets to the tight end. We get a first down and keep the clock running.
The Fred Bloom playground play of the game. Doubles to the right, single to the left. Titusville first down and 10 at their own 35. They started at their own 8. Off to the tailback, Harvey. Off the left side, breaks one tackle. No, 70 hangs on, then he gets some help. Picks up maybe 3 on the play, though.
If he doesn't, Parker Harvey might still be running because he had that edge. It's a good read. He cuts it back. 70 just grabs onto the jersey. And again, now we're into the fourth quarter, and watch the Cochranton here. I think fatigue now is starting to set in again.
It's a good thing Hofstetler come up there. Harvey would be running.
Yeah, he had room to the outside there.
Titusville will send Stover to the right, Palmer in the slot right. Isaac Jackson will go wide left. Tight ends on the left side for Titusville, strong side left. To Harvey. Harvey sidesteps one tackle. Oh, and then Hostetler comes in and trips him up.
Number 7, Parker Harvey carries the ball.
No game.
Tackle made by number 55, Ryan Hostetler.
There's a good tackle by Hostetler coming up there to make the tackle. Gets just enough of Harvey's ankles to take him down. Make it 3rd and long here for Titusville.
7 minutes left to go in the ball game. Titusville leading 14-0. You think, well, 14 is not very many points. Well, you got to consider that one of those touchdowns took about 8 minutes.
Well, and the nice thing about this here, though, between the two teams, you've only got 6:40 left to go in this ball game.
Yeah. Doubles to the left, single to the right for the Rockets. Put a man in motion right. Ball's good enough to Harvey straight up the middle. He drives straight ahead. Won't have enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down and about 3. And we'll see what Coach Baldwin decides to do here. My guess is kick it away.
Well, that's what I would do. I would play safe and punt the ball away. Get a good punt off again.
He's got a big kick out of watching number 70 up there, guys, for Cochranton. He didn't want any part of that run.
Well, the problem, I think what's happening to him, and he's been pretty active, not a bad football player, but I think he's getting a little bit tired because as soon as the ball snapped, he's coming straight up in the air. He's not firing out at all. So I think there's a fatigue factor going on with some of the linemen now for Cochranton.
Yeah, and he's 6'3", 235, so he's their big boy. But Parker Harvey on the punt. Gets the kick away. Good kick. It's going to hit at the 10, 20. It's going to be picked up at the 5.
There's a block in the back.
And no flag. And knocked out of bounds somewhere around the 20, 25-yard line.
Do we have that to look back at again? No, we don't have it. Producer. We're going to try to get this back. I want to see here. First of all, he breaks the cardinal rule. You allow the ball to bounce. Bill Parcells is probably dying right now. Right there, 22 is pushing 76. You can see him right there. Yeah, that's a block in the back.
Yeah.
Hey, that's got to be called because that's another 7 or 10 yards from where it happened. They'd be inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah. No flag. Oil Creek Plastic bringing us a replay all year long. Appreciate that. It's fun to have that replay. It really makes the game different.
Yeah, it does. It's really a nice feature.
1st down and 10. Wow, I formation. They're going to go back to this now to the Cardinals. Down 14-0 here in the 4th quarter. Off to the tailback, driving straight ahead, powering straight ahead, gets to the outside, he's out across the 35, out close to the 40, 42, 44-yard line. Good run by the running back. I will see if it's Firemuth or Gallo. It's Firemuth.
Ball's carried by number 2, Curtis Firemuth.
That's get about 20 yards, 16 yards on that. That might be his best run of the night for Firemuth. Titusville's done a nice job keeping him under wraps so far in this football game.
5:32 to go in the ball game.
Again, here you're not too concerned about yardage here now. Titusville just wants to, even if you give up the touchdown, you want to take 5 minutes off the clock to do it.
Doubles to the right, single to the left. Bernarding wants to throw over the middle. He's got a man going deep. Palmer's right there. Palmer almost had it. Nice defensive play by Landon Palmer. He had that in his sights all the way.
Yeah, and that's the battle that we lost earlier. That is their
6'6"
tight end, 190 pounds against Landon Palmer, 5'6", 130. And Palmer's in really good position. You're going to see him. He tries to high point it. Really nice job there. Good defensive play.
Got some good help over the top.
Yes, he did. Jackson. He had help over the top.
2nd down and 10. 5:12 to go in the ball game. Slauson and Long come to the left side. Signal to the right. Now check that tight end to the right. Backs are split. Bernarding looking to throw. Still looking to throw. Still looking to throw. He's going to get pressured in there. Still looking to throw. picked up out there by the running back. He spins. Now he's down. A loss of about 10 on the play. 22. That would be Tatters that picked it up after the ball was fumbled.
This won't go down as a sack. Well, it's a fumble sack, but this is a sack caused by your secondary. Your secondary has the receivers just blanketed back in the secondary. You can't see they're out by now. And then the defensive line and Nicholson does a nice job of getting there, forcing the fumble. And at least Titusville's alert there. Parker Harvey then now making the tackle. He'll get credit for the tackle, but that's a defensive play by the defensive secondary.
So it brings up a third in the bundle. 3rd and 22. Ball's back at the Cardinal 31-yard line. Doubles right, doubles left for the Cardinals. You know they're going to throw here. Well, either that or a quarterback will pull it down and run. Nicholson with some pressure, and they're going to sack it back at 26-yard line. Actually inside the 25, about the 24-yard line.
That's Partridge with the sack. Again, though, that's good team defense here. Secondary does its job. He can't get rid of the thing quick, but the front, look at the push.
Nicholson turns him in.
Line. Yeah, Nicholson won't let him outside. The defensive linemen are pushing the offensive lineman in his face. That's a good, solid defensive play for the Rockets there.
Frymouth go back to punt now. Nobody back deep for Titusville. And now we can send a man back, but just get away from it. And Palma picks it up at the 45-yard line. Covers at the 45, I should say. That was a good defensive series by Titusville.
Very good defensive series. Now, granted, Titusville understands that you're going to throw the ball. Now, two things I don't agree with Cochranton here. No use of a timeout. You had 5 minutes and plus, and you didn't use a timeout when you ran the ball or got sacked. You should have used a timeout. And you're down 2 touchdowns with 3.5 minutes to go. What difference does it matter if you lose by 14 or by 21? You should have gone for it on 4th down. My opinion only.
Yeah,
mail can be sent to P.O. Box 391 or taken.
His name is Steve.
Steve, not Jim.
That's right. Or Bill.
Bill.
Doubles left, single to the right for Titusville. 1st down and 10 at their own 45. To Harvey. Gets to the outside. He's across midfield. The 45. Cut it back. And thrown out of bounds at the 35 of Cochranton. Nice run. Got a good block to the outside.
Got a good job. He did a nice job. We controlled the corners up on the defensive line, allowing him to get to the outside. And a long run for Parker Harvey, who's had a very good night. This is one of his better running performances tonight. Here you'll see we've got the defensive end crushed to the inside.
Nice job, Corcoran.
Corcoran does a nice job of pushing the linebacker in, and a nice job there. Laird Stover doesn't look like he does much, but he holds up the defensive back, but doesn't get caught holding on the play and negating a good run.
Jackson and Corcoran wide left, Palma wide right. It's going to be a whole dose of Parker Harvey right now. Oop, there's offside, encroachment, whatever the term might be in high school ball.
Take that 5.
That's an easy 5.
That's Justin Adams, just a little bit anxious, and you can't blame him, trying to beat the blocks to try to get some penetration and stop the running game of Titusville.
Takes the ball down to the 30. 1st down and 5. 3:25 to go in the ball game. Titusville getting 14-0. And now
that should be on the defense too.
I'm not sure whether
I think 70 crosses the line of scrimmage myself.
I say they call it on Titusville, and I win the bet. I'm not sure I agree with it, but I.
Right, good.
So it brings up 1st and 10 back at the 35.
Yeah, we'll go back to it later on here.
Now he's got it there for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he does. I thought that foot came a little bit further.
Yeah.
He does move first, but not quite far enough.
So it's 1st down and 10 back to 35. These just exchange penalties. Harvey, nice job by the defense, 78.
78, that's a big play by him. That's
I don't have a number
Dylan
here.
Neff is what I have, a 5'10", 220-pound senior, the nose tackle, I believe. I think we missed an assignment up front for the Titusville offensive line, one of the few mistakes tonight.
Cochranton does something unique to the region. They have, I think, their first practice of the season's at midnight. They do a midnight practice.
Midnight practice.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, they did.
And they get a good crowd to come out and watch.
Yeah, it's a nice thing. You know, there's a lot of interesting things about high school football that you really have to research to see.
Harvey comes to the outside, gets a nice block, turns it upfield, drives hard, and 70 brings him down.
Yeah, he's got two guys on him, but it takes two of them, and that's about 470 pounds of Cardinals.
Okay, Cochranton's going to take. You were talking a bit ago about timeouts, and I'm watching the clock run down here after we get the ball, and Cochranton's just letting it run.
Yeah.
And, you're not done yet.
No, you have to remember, you had a big play at the end of the first half, didn't convert, but you did have a big play. Titusville has let you have your opportunities. A slip of the foot, miscommunication we talked about earlier about not knowing for sure whether they're supposed to be manning up or playing a zone and not getting over safety help. I'm just really uncomfortable with the use of timeouts and clock management in their decisions here late in this quarter.
Jim, big difference from last week's play.
Oh, tremendous difference. And you notice right from the get-go tonight, Luke, the first series last week, Steve, you could see Titusville beaching with the arms. I don't know, it was like they weren't here.
Well, if you're Cochranton and you looked at any of the film from last week, does that throw you off?
Oh, sure.
It's like night and day.
Sure. It would to an extent, but you're still going to see what we run, and they're just having trouble doing anything about it.
But you'd wonder whether or not they can execute anything.
Right.
Because we didn't last week. Parker Harvey off the left side cuts it up, and he's going to pick up maybe 3 or 4 in the play. Yeah, because we didn't execute anything well last week. And if I'm watching that footage, I'm going to say, their big men can't do anything.
Well, at least the second half.
Tackle. Well, even the first half. I wasn't impressed with the first half, but tonight it's a whole different ball club. These kids come out from the very beginning here tonight, and just that first series.
And they did the first half what they did in the first half, pretty much for the game, but more so this first half's been their best half of football, the first half tonight.
Yeah.
Then you've got the Sagertown game. Both halves of them have been better, and now they've come on well here in the fourth quarter.
Sure.
And played better the fourth quarter. And the only thing that scares me about that is not being ready to play coming out of the half. And a good team will take advantage of that, and they could put 2 scores on you real quick.
Speaking of a good team, Mercyhurst Prep coming up next week, and an early week.
That's the other thing, too. It's a short week. It's a Thursday evening ball game, and that's at the stadium, we now have been told.
One of the changes of tonight's game is impressive to me is our passing game. That's been a very important key to this ball game. Boaz has played very well.
Yes, Boaz has thrown the ball a lot better tonight.
We think he hands the ball off, but there's a lot more to it than that. Speaking of Boaz, he's under center. Single back. It goes to the single back. That's Harvey, and they're just keying on him because they know we're just going to drive it straight ahead.
He might have the first down the way he's coming in.
What are you seeing down there, Bill?
I don't think so. I think he's about a yard short.
Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and Hasbrook Sand and Gravel. Hey, Bill, are the rest going to give us our 2-minute warning?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet.
All right.
Get a measurement. Get a measurement.
See, now here's my thing. What I'd have done here.
Oh, I'd have got a measurement, guys. I'll tell you.
Well, what I'd have done for this play after their timeout is I'd have sent my kicker out. I'd have given my kicker an opportunity to kick a field goal here.
That's a little too far. I think he's got a leg, but that's 30 yards.
I would have
25-yard line, 35, 42 yards.
Give him a shot.
Dream along with me.
I'd give him a shot.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah. What's the worst scenario?
He doesn't make it. Yeah. All you got to do is remember is to make sure if they get it, tackle him.
First down and 10, Cochranton. They take over on downs. Benarning wanting to pass.
A
hold. My goodness.
Huge hold.
Benarning running to his left. Wants to throw downfield. Has a man, but he's going to come up short. Parker Harvey running on defense with him.
Wow. I don't know whether the officials think this game's over or what, but there's a big hold coming in here.
Partridge is asking about it.
He's asking about it. You can't let that go. You're going to see Partridge. He's going to play the defensive tackle. He's got a swim move on 70, and he's got him beat. That's a handful of jersey. You can't miss that. He's only 5 feet away from the lead official.
2:13 to go in the game. Second down and 10 for the Cardinals. They send doubles both ways. Bernarding's going to throw, of course. Here comes Nicholson. Got to get out of his hands. It's intercepted.
It is intercepted.
Titusville has
Who is that? Laird Stover. Good for him.
Stover with a great interception.
Really nicely done by Laird Stover. He comes in. That's actually his second interception of the night. even though he returned the first one, got picked off. This is a good throw. That's just a good play by Laird Stover. He's in perfect position, sees the ball going to the receiver, and he's going to break real quick, undercut the route, and make the catch low on the ground. That's a good catch by Laird Stover, too.
That's just a good job. He read that all the way, played it beautifully.
Played very well, played that one very well.
That looked like McCrillis.
Oh, yeah? That wasn't me.
No, not Bill.
No,
another McCrillis.
Yeah.
No, my son played center, so he's okay.
Doubles to the left now. Titusville with 2:06 to go. Has the ball first down and 10. Parker straight up across the 30 to about the 28.
Now it's just a matter of holding on to the ball. Again, Cochranton with one timeout, but I don't think they're going to use it. Not using it here, so you just want to hold on to the ball. You can end this ball game here right now for Titusville.
Yeah, I could almost go victory here. Well, you need a first down now. 30 seconds. What is it, 30 seconds between plays in high school?
I'm not sure what it is in high school.
I don't know. He's looking at his watch again. He's already called 3, the back judge.
He'll wait for his hand to go in the air.
He's late for dinner.
He's not putting his hand in the air. He didn't any other time. Parker breaks it to the outside. Can he get there? He cannot. There's a flag. And I don't know what's out there unless...
Number 7, Parker Harvey carries.
Not too sure what that call was for.
Well, it might be a hold on the outside of Titusville. I'm not sure.
Maybe a face mask.
Or a face mask, yeah. I'm not sure which.
Or an incomplete pass by that guy.
There would be a little confusion by LaRoe coming out of center, but Harvey does a nice job of bouncing at 7. Yes, he does. He's got a face mask.
Yeah.
That's what I think I saw. I don't know about you guys, but they're talking to Cochranton for some reason.
They're calling on Titusville.
I don't know what they're...
This game will be sent promptly to the National
Federation.
They're going to call Titusville for a
high school
hold,
referees.
But
they're going to decline it?
Boy, take a close look at that when you look at that later on, people, and see. If you agree with me, I think there's a face mask. I'm not denying the hold, but I think there's a face mask.
Well, the other thing, too, Steve, we got the cameras on our side. If he's on the other side, he might not have seen.
Right. Quit giving him an excuse.
These guys, you know,
I know, they're human, too. They keep telling me that.
3rd down and 6. Boaz under center to Harvey. Picks up the right side, and he's going to take it down inside the 25 to about the 24. Brings up a 4th down, and the Cardinals take a timeout with 58 seconds. That make any sense?
No, it doesn't. I mean, I guess if you're going to use the timeout, it really doesn't make a difference when you use it, but...
well, I don't know. 3-minute mark.
3 minutes.
We saw that at a Pitt Panther game we did a couple years ago. They had a coach there for Titusville, for UPT. I think they were down by a whole 80, and with like a couple seconds, he decides to call a timeout.
Starts taking timeouts in the last 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah. No, the game was already long enough.
He was mad.
It was quite interesting.
We just looked at each other like, what?
Well, unless, unless...
And I'm not saying Cochranton's doing that.
No, well, if that's the case, if you're not going to be demonstrative out of how you handle your kids, I mean, that would be the only reason I would think, was to chew them out right there on the floor at the time.
I was a little late to do that.
Well, yeah, I'd have done that probably the 10-minute mark, the second half, to try to stem the tide.
But imagine the frustration. Cochranton has a great football program.
Yes.
You're going to leave here 0-3 this season, which is probably something new to them.
They're not used to it. Yeah, they're not used to it.
4th down and 2 to Harvey. Straight ahead. Does he get it? Not sure he did.
I don't think so.
No, I think good penetration. And remember, we've got Dunlap has not been in the ball game that I have seen. Have you seen him, Bill?
He's got a leg wrapped up.
Okay, that's what I thought. So you're looking at, that was Mitchell Wilson, 52, I think, has taken his spot. And obviously, when you don't get reps in practice, you're just a tad bit behind. I think he was a bit behind on that play, allowing the penetration. But they've played well. That front group has played very, very well tonight.
Yeah, they really have. And that was, we said at the beginning of the game, that was one of the big keys to the game, being able to pick that back up again.
How big is this going to be for the Rockets in terms of momentum going into a team like Mercyhurst Prep on Thursday?
I think this game ideally suited for it. And the reason I say that is, one, you came out in the first half and you played your best half of football. You hit, you were aggressive, you blocked. The second reason I think this is an ideal game is you were flat in the third quarter, and that gives the coaches something to push at you in film review and through the course of the next week. Because Mercyhurst Prep, if you play like that, will put 2 touchdowns on you real quick.
Fumble. Ball, and it's picked up, I think, by Cochranton. They go straight ahead. Yeah, I think so, too. No doubt, Mercyhurst Prep's going to be the favorite next week. There's no question about that, especially up there at Erie, playing it at home.
Cochranton was a favorite tonight, too.
Yes, Cochranton was favored tonight. But if Titusville goes up and shows this kind of an effort against Mercyhurst Prep, they're going to give them a football game.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're more than capable of doing that, but they've got to play this way. Here's the thing is that we just see the quarterback for Cochranton sail a ball over his receiver's head, and we've seen that quite a bit. I don't know much about, the clock shouldn't be running, but that's okay. It ran against us in the first half, too, so it works out.
These are little things that Steve writes down to just bring up later.
Mercyhurst Prep, I'm afraid, will execute better in their passing game. You got to remember, Cochranton has missed, for various reasons, 4 or 5 wide open receivers. Mercyhurst Prep, I don't think will do that.
No. Bernarding back to throw. Going to pump fake over the middle. Pass is dropped by Slauson at about the 38-yard line. Covered out there by Harvey. Well, we got to be thinking a little bit here, Bill, while you're down there, about player of the game. That's coming up here with Corky's Pizza halftime or player of the game. That's going to be
tough.
Yeah, there's a lot of names we're floating around up here, but that is going to be tough. Been a good team effort here this evening.
Stover sticks out.
Stover has 2 picks tonight. Palma had the touchdown catch and a couple of plays defensively.
Palma had a big run last week too.
Defense or your Partridge has played well both sides of the ball line. Dunlap had a good ball game going.
4th and 6. Bernarding wants to throw. He's going to come over here at the far side, and the pass will be complete. Check that at the Cochranton 47-yard line. Be enough for the first down. Palma playing way off, which is okay. But
it's going to be tough.
Titusville now just giving up yards, just wanting to get the game over. Here's the last play probably for Cochranton. No, don't stop there. Fitting play.
Nice.
David Partridge and 54 for Titusville. Jacobson also another young man that has played well tonight. Fitting play to end the ball game for Titusville.
Final score here at Titusville's Carter Field. Rockets 14, the Cochranton Cardinals 0. Shout out for the Rockets. Good win. We'll be back for the wrap up right after these messages.
Nothing says community more than local sports. Cheering on our favorite teams while our young athletes learn about hard work, teamwork, and building character. At Homerwood, community begins with our employees. Those same traits we look for in our athletes are the same characteristics we look for in our employees. And it shows in the quality of our products that we're proud to stand behind and on. From our employees and their families, we say thank you for making us part of your community. Go Rockets!
Hospital partners, Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital together provide a continuum of high-quality care across Crawford County. Both create the ultimate patient experience. Every patient, every time. Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital are more than a hospital. We are a hospital partner, a community partner, a family partner, and a health partner.
Fall and football go hand in hand, just like yards and the products made by Steel. At Titusville True Value, we offer a full selection of Steel chainsaws, pole saws, leaf blowers, weed eaters, and hedge trimmers to prepare your yard for fun this fall. So get the full lineup of Steel's equipment so the chores are out of the way so you can go out to play. Steel, available now at your Titusville True Value. Behind every good project is your Titusville True Value.
And welcome to the Corky's Pizza Family Video Post-Game Show here at Carter Field. Week 3 of high school football, and the Titusville Rockets beat the Cochranton Cardinals 14-0. We're going to be going down to the field to Bill McCrillis in just a moment. As he'll make his way over to Coach Baldwin, and they'll talk about tonight's win. Good overall game compared to last week, guys. Shaky third quarter, but the Rockets bounced back and ended it well.
Well, that's the thing that's nice about it is you have that shaky third. Didn't play as well as they had the other 3 quarters, but as you mentioned, looking back in the fourth quarter, played well. Had a couple of really good defensive stands in spite of shooting themselves in the foot a couple times on some mistakes, but able to come back, Steve, in the fourth quarter and play very well.
Yeah, they did play very well. Obviously, it would have been nice to get a touchdown. Things just didn't quite happen that way. I think probably if we had it, it's very hard to keep time of possession. Cochranton probably dominated time of possession in the second half, but couldn't do anything with it. Titusville just not really being able to get their offense going until, like they said, the fourth quarter. But again, their defense was very, very strong tonight, and their hitting tonight was much better.
Yeah, their tackling was much more impressive. And the other thing I liked about it, I mentioned earlier, and when we talked about it, was their passing offense tonight. That's the first that Boaz has shown that he's starting to settle into the little team. We weren't throwing over the middle all the time. We got to pass to the outside.
Pass to the outside.
Palmer got that big play from the 14.
Play from the outside. And that's a tough throw to make. That out pattern, it can be a little bit difficult to throw, and he did a nice job. He put it right on the hands of Palmer. Palmer did a nice job there because that's way out in front of him. A lot of times receivers like to short arm that ball, and it goes off their fingertips.
I thought also our defensive backs played well tonight. We got beat a couple of times, but they're there to make the play. They're in position to make the play, and I think that's is going to be a very important part of their game coming up in the future, in the weeks to come.
Yeah, I think we're half to, and I think we've got Coach Baldwin's going. Bill, what do you got?
Hey, okay. Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic ball game this evening.
Very good.
What's going on?
Well, we had a very good week of practice, and we had a nice game plan. We put a game plan together, and these guys come out and executed it, and we can't ask for anything more.
Third quarter was a little sluggish, but I'll tell you what, everybody, the defense was great. Your defensive backs look really sharp tonight.
Yeah. We had a good defensive showing in Sagertown. We kind of slipped a little bit with Northeast, and them guys came back hard. Like I said, I attribute it to all the coaches, and with these guys, the hard work that they put in through the week, it's all on them. I mean, they got ready, and they come out and showed it.
I got one question.
Yeah.
I wasn't here last week, but coming down on this other side over here, whose idea was that? It was super.
That was mine. I'm a big Iowa Hawkeye fan, and the great Hayden Fry was one of my favorites, and he was all about the psychology of football. And I thought, man, out there, locked arms as one team, as one family, coming down the hill while they're standing there watching us. I'm like, yeah, that's what I like.
All right, hey, we'll see you Thursday night.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, keep it up.
Yep, thank you.
All right, here you go, guys. Coach Baldwin.
I wanted to see if Coach Baldwin was happy with the physicality that Titusville displayed tonight. I was very impressed with it. I thought it was their best hitting ball game of the night.
Just smile right at the camera, Bill. What were you going to say?
I heard him talking to one of the reporters before me there, and he was really, really happy with the performance of the kids on defense and offense. He thought the offense was really good.
Yeah, I thought the defense played very well, and I think the physical part of it, you mentioned, Steve, was they were right on top of that tonight. Right from the beginning, both as a lineman and then as a secondary. I'm counting also the linebackers in that.
Yeah, the second level comes in. The second level.
Played very well. 14-0 final score here as Titusville has picked up their second win of the season. They're 2-1, heading into a big game Thursday night with Mercyhurst Prep.
Hey, we got to pick the Corky's Pizza Family Video Player of the Game. We'll have that for you, and we'll wrap things up right after this final timeout here. This is the Corky's Pizza Family Video Postgame Show. We'll be back to wrap things up.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with the pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
So State Farm will be here to help protect our home.
Of course.
What about here?
Yep. Nice.
Okay. Here?
Who puts tinfoil in the microwave?
Here? Here? Here?
Feels a little awkward.
A little.
Here?
You too.
So cold.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Oil Creek Plastics, the industry leader in polyethylene pipe, is proud to be a part of the Titusville community and a proud sponsor of Titusville High School athletics. Located off Route 27 in East Titusville, Oil Creek Plastics has been a vested part of the Titusville community for 28 years. At Oil Creek Plastics, we take pride in supporting our community and are thrilled to bring instant and slow motion replay to the stream's Titusville Rockets sports broadcasts. In Titusville and here to stay, Oil Creek Plastics. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets.
Interstate Pipe and Supply is proud to announce their celebration of 50 years in business. Holding true to their motto, service means business, they offer a full knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering. They are not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. They have been a primary pipe supplier in Titusville for 40-plus years. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year, and thank you for making Interstate Titusville's premier pipe supplier. Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Anderson's can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Ute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net. Community Connect Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit, member-owned financial institution, and becoming a member is pretty easy. Stop in, call, or visit our website at communityconnectfcu.com and click Join to get started. Ask about our money market accounts, low-interest loans on new and used vehicles, or start saving for the holidays with a Christmas Club account. Visit us today to get started. We're Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street, Titusville.
And welcome back to the Corky's Pizza Family Video post-game show here at Carter Field as we get set to wrap things up here this evening. And from left to right, we got Bill McCurlis, our Wireless Mike guy. And tonight, Wireless Mike brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and Hasbrook Sand and Gravel. Steve Bodemer and Jim Bodemer. Nice job on the call tonight, guys. And it's nice to have the regular crew back.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice to have the Rockets back.
Well, if they behave themselves, they could be here every week. We get suspended like that. Well, the player of the game. We've been going over a whole lot of names up there because this is one of those games when the team played very well. And there are several guys that just were outstanding here that I thought were very, very good tonight.
Yeah, we did talk quite a bit on who this is. I thought Partridge played well for the defensive line. Dunlap had a good ball game going. Unfortunately, he couldn't play the second half. We talked about the quarterback. Boaz LaRoque threw the ball pretty well tonight. Palma on the wideout for the touchdown.
Just in that quarterback thing, sometimes we think, he threw the ball, 5 or 6 times tonight. He did throw the ball very well compared to what we've done early in the first 2 games. But just to handle the team, that handoff isn't always easy. The things that we have him doing, so there's more to it than just throwing the ball for a quarterback. You were a quarterback.
Yeah,
just to mention that on
and
Boaz.
it's not all. You've got to be able to see things, and he's done a nice job, and he's getting better. We've seen improvement in his mechanics as well as his reads. But I thought really tonight, as far as player of the game goes, I really liked Laird Stover. The first interception was big. They had momentum. Even though he got hit, fumbled the ball back to him, he didn't quit, didn't put his head down, didn't pout, came back later on, got a second pick, which was even more important than the first one. So just, you just keep your head in the game, keep working hard, and I thought for that reason, Laird Stover would be our player of the game.
He took one heck of a hit out here, too.
Yes, he did. He took a nice shot over here.
I really didn't know if he was going to get back up or not, but he...
corners, that's the thing about it. When they throw that quick swing pass out there, the quarterback has to turn that in. And you got to take a hit. There's no other way to do it. You're going to take that shot.
Well, you got Larry Stover, who's not a big kid. You've got smaller guys yet with Jackson, Palma, Nicholson, and your back. And these all these guys are smacking people around.
Yeah.
You don't want to just take it easy on these 160-pounders because they're going to hurt you.
Well, yeah.
They can take the hit and they can dish it out.
They can dish it out.
You got to give them credit for standing up there and doing
that's
the
really,
job.
I mean, the biggest difference in tonight's ballgame that I saw was Titusville. If the first guy didn't bring you down, the second guy, he didn't come in here with his hands out in front of you. They dropped shoulders and they came in full tilt, and that we saw particularly in the first half. That took a big toll on Cochranton tonight.
I thought the pursuit was excellent tonight.
Yeah,
it was
good, very good. They were just they were hungry tonight. This looked like they played like a hungry football team. Like we want to win this.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of hungry, we want to thank our press box sponsors, Corky's Pizza and Titusville Beverage, providing the pizza and the water and pop-up here tonight for all the home games. So big thanks to those folks for doing that for us. Next week, guys, it's going to be a short week. Thursday night.
That's going to be tough too. This is the downside to this game.
Yeah.
As well as you played tonight, and as physically as you played tonight, you get a short week to go up and play the best team in the region in Mercyhurst Prep. So, yeah, it's nice to come out here and win this. The short week, keep that momentum going into, because they've got a shot at this. I don't think Mercyhurst Prep is as powerful as they've been the last couple of years. This is a beatable football team.
And you go up with the attitude and the effort you had tonight, and you're going to play competitively with them, and that's all you ask. Just put your best foot forward and play competitive. So,
final thoughts, Bill?
Hey, I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, it's good. I think it could be a very good ball game.
Ought to be a real good game.
Should be a good one. 14-0. Titusville wins this evening against the Cochranton Cardinals, and Titusville goes 2-1. Cardinals drop to 0-3. Thursday night we will be up at the City Stadium, we're told, for the game
today. It could change.
It could change tomorrow. Yeah.
Mercyhurst Prep in Titusville Thursday night. So we'll see you all there. Hope you can't make it up to the game. Tune in to Stream Media and pick it up there.
Alrighty, for Bill, Steve, Jim, our camera operators, Adam Bodemer, Amy Rio, I'm Luke Rio. Our sponsors, big thanks to them, State Farm Insurance, Oil Creek Plastics, Interstate Pipe and Supply, Larry's Auto Service, True Value Hardware, Armstrong, Anderson Physical Therapy, Titusville Dairy Products Company, Meadville Medical Center, Titusville Area Hospital, Joe Taylor Ford, The Barking Lot, Community Connect Federal Credit Union, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, Homerwood, Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds, Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, Family Video, and Corky's Pizza and Subs.